Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Star Wars Force Emergence. What's up? Hello. Hi, all my Zoom meeting people.
Well, hello.
Well, hello.
Why hello?
Hi.
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 I don't know if you guys are as excited as I am. I think my hands are actually dripping sweat right now. I'm so excited. So we've got a wonderful cast for you guys. We have our pals. Most of them you guys already know. But why don't we go around the room and introduce a couple people and tell us a little bit about you. Let's start off with Monkey DKS.
Hey guys, my name is Monkey DKS. I am the corniest streamer here on Twitch. I've been doing that all week. I am a family-friendly streamer. I do mostly Minecraft things, and yeah, that's about it.
Family streamer does
Jungle
mostly,
Party.
yeah. That sounds about right. Sound familiar to anyone, probably. Okay. How about you, Misfit? You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm
Too much.
a misfit, right? All right, that's it. That's it. That was the important. That was the
That was the that we all needed. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I'm a streamer here on Twitch too. Just moved over, and I do a lot of variety, just whatever I kind of feel. I'm not family friendly. I'm editing myself tonight, but we're nice. We don't bite. I promise.
Yeah.
Yes, Maro-chan, make some for all of us.
Yeah, exactly. Please. Please, please, please. Just been evicted, right? No, we all moved on purpose. I don't know what you're talking about. And last but not least, we have our Gorfunyon. How you doing, pal?
Hi.
Hi. And that pretty
Hey,
much
what's
sums up
up, yeah.
Gorfunyon.
Right. Yeah. I'm a family-friendly content creator here on Twitch with some amazing people here. I'm just here to have fun and laugh a lot.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the whole point of this show. We're just going to be having fun, goofing off, and having an adventure together. That's what it's all about. It's the best part of D&D. So yeah, guys, please feel free to follow each one of these lovely people. Like I said, they're all new to Twitch, just like myself. But we're getting acclimated. We're learning the ropes.
I'm also somewhat new to D&D,
Yeah.
sort of.
Me
Ditto.
too.
Ditto.
Me too. It's gonna be great.
Ditto.
Please forgive us for our terribleness.
I actually prefer to play. I mean, I think it's great when you're playing with new people if the whole group is pretty new. So we'll all be learning together. It'll be pretty different from most normal D&D games because we won't be using a game board for most of the time. It'll be pretty free-flowing as far as movement goes. A couple homebrew rules, but nothing too crazy. For those of you out there who are D&D veterans, there's going to be two ways of gaining experience points and leveling up. The first is the classic way, which is through combat. So each enemy that you defeat, you will gain XP for based on their challenge rating. And then my favorite is through a means of goals. So at the beginning of each session, you guys will set 3 goals for yourself. The loftier the goal, the longer it takes to accomplish, the more XP will be granted to you. And, you can keep simple goals and you'll get, be sure to accomplish them, and then you'll get a little bit of XP that goes along. So it's easy, medium, and hard goals that you can set, and we'll determine, which each are as you go along. So it's something to think about, and your goals can evolve as it goes on. At the beginning of each show, you can discard them, come up with a new set of goals if you take a 90-degree turn during the campaign. So something just to think about. Sure. We had 2-step. It's just me and you, Buns. What do you want to talk about?
I got paper.
You will need paper. I tried to do this all digitally. How long will Monkey stand? Place your bets. Luke Potato Walker.
It's a lot of work for me to then, I gotta move the camera, I gotta move the light, I gotta move the mic all back over to the sitting desk. So
Yeah.
hopefully I can make it.
Oh, did the title not change?
No, still Destiny.
Oh, I changed it. Lame.
Luke Potato Walker.
Lame. All right, let me change
Missed
the title
opportunity.
real
Can I
quick.
change my name?
You can change your name. This is a one chance that you get. All right, let me open up the creator dashboard here.
Hey, Levy. This is so pog.
It is so pog. Whatever it means.
Guys, I made myself a pocket protector.
Nice.
It's hard to...
So you're giving clues as to what your character is like.
He wears a hat.
He does. He does. You're gonna have to pick up a hat for your character, I think, in the shops. Or does he come preloaded with a hat?
No, he came preloaded with a hat.
He came with preloaded. Okay.
Yeah. Should I add that to my inventory?
Yes. Totally.
Am I gonna roll through a tunnel at some point and have to go back for the hat?
Oh my gosh. All right. All right. The title should change, I hope. I just saved it again for you guys. Hopefully it did change, and should be on the right category now, Dungeons and Dragons.
I bought the DLC.
Okay, it did. Okay, good. It's a weird DLC for Destiny 2, I'm telling you what. This is some weird stuff. Okay, so we can talk basic, since this is episode 1, the basics of your characters. If we want to, let's go back around the room, starting with Monkey. Just tell us a little bit about your character, class-wise, what you're playing.
So I am a human, playing a healer, which is new for me. I'm sort of reclusive, but I like fixing things. I like fixing people. I don't like talking to said people. But Ms. Fitz growing on me. But Gru is growing on me, sort of. But I haven't quite decided yet. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah.
So far.
That sounds good.
That's all I know.
What do you look like?
I
have
look
like a little bit of a picture.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm sort of a nerdy scientist kind of guy, but I have a weird obsession with a hat.
Uh-huh. You're very Indiana Jones with that hat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I live out in the woods in the middle, away from people, so the hat makes sense.
Does make sense.
It keeps the spiders off. I'm not afraid of them; they're just annoying.
I like it. Very cool. And you have a very impressive jawline. Looking at that pic, wow.
Looking at that picture, I know.
Yeah, wow.
Looks like what's his name from Lost.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Josh,
Sawyer, right?
Yeah.
Sawyer, yeah.
Josh Holloway, is that his name? Really?
I think so. He does. Yeah.
It really looks like it when I saw that. I was like, wow. All right, I'll take it. I'm a good-looking man, guys, and I'm rocking the man bun, but it's under the hat, so you don't know.
I like it. So your class is consular.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's go over to Bunzy.
No,
this
it's
is
Gru.
Ms. Fit. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your character? I think you're muted.
My bad.
There you go.
Won't be the
It's
last
gonna
time
happen
for
a
any
lot.
of us.
Right,
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
happen
happen
a
a
lot.
lot. I keep doing it because I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like my fan's really loud. So
I hear no background noise from you, so you're good.
okay, cool. So I won't mute it anymore, and this probably won't be a thing. All right. So my name is Gru, Ergo Gru. You can call me Gru. I'm an engineer. I'm a chiz. I actually am blue right now, but you can't even see it. I don't know. It's not showing up on the camera, but
So you're wearing your white person face paint right now.
yeah,
To blend in.
Right, that's basically what it looks like.
Okay. good.
I like plants and botany and things that have to do with nature and learning how stuff works and I like to make little mechs to carry around with us.
Yes.
I approve.
I work on the ship mainly. I kind of am more of a like stay back and do like my projects. Like I'll collect stuff while we're out, samples and things like that. But I mainly like work on the ship and I'm more of a like behind the scenes, keep everything running.
Okay. A little bit of an introvert maybe.
Yeah, I'm very techie. I can like I have stuff that I can kind of like, you guys could totally be out on the field and would still be able to help you. So
Good. So Gru and Jado should get along real well, both not really liking people. It's perfect.
yeah.
Match made in heaven.
That's why we kind of like each other.
Yeah, that
Right?
Your common interest is that you hate people. I like that. I have that in
And
common
we
with
like
some
to
people
fix
in real life.
things.
Yeah. Very good. All right. And Gorf, why don't you tell us just a little bit about your character? We're going to learn more as we meet him, too.
Just the basics of my dude. He's a guardian. So, well, maybe he eventually will discover that he is. Well, we could say. So you got to think of your, if you're played role-playing games before, you're like your tanky class. I think what's cool about this whole storyline and the dude is, he's a Sith pureblood. So it's like you're born into this like chaotic evil race, but yet he's not going to be rolling around with that group, and that's not his story. And he's going to have basically the rest of his life to struggle between, oh my gosh, am I going to go this way or am I going to pull this way? And just, dude, I'm excited to see how it all unfolds.
I'm excited to see that too.
Yeah.
That inner struggle. Inner struggle is everything.
Crouton, I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
What do we know about the Force already in this Star Wars universe?
Oh, I had that question
that's a
too.
good question.
So, this campaign takes place 135,000 years before the formation of the Republic. Okay? Before the formation of the Old Republic. So, this is a Star Wars galaxy that's very different from what we've seen in the movies and stuff. Hyperspace travel is just now becoming popular and safe. So, whereas in the Star Wars movies, you have all these thousands, maybe millions of planets interconnected with fast travel, basically with hyperspace. Now you're just starting to come together. As far as the Force goes, no one really knows what the heck it is. The show is called Force Emergence because basically there are some people in the galaxy starting to discover this power. So I don't even think it's colloquially called the Force yet, right? People know of it, but it's very rare. Yeah, so for you characters who are discovering this,
Essentially
like,
witches.
Yeah, it'd be like us nowadays. You would probably be looked at like that, like a crazy witch or a wizard, Because as far as you're concerned, it's magic. So, yeah, does that answer your question for that?
Yeah.
So,
is that a good opening for you to explain it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Okay, so let's do some. You can give me some quick goals if you like, and if you think of some new ones as you go. If you don't want to give me all three right now, that's fine. But let's start with Monkey again. What are some of your goals for this session, or like some of your more grandiose ideas that you have in mind?
I don't know if I have any right now. So I was thinking about this earlier when you said it, 10 minutes ago to give us warning. I don't know if I know enough about what we're doing yet to have a goal.
Okay.
Besides, I would like people to stay away from me. Why do they keep bothering me?
So could like a goal, say for me then, and he says that, like, could like a small goal be like get somebody to leave you alone?
So I think that would be like a little too small,
too easy.
To give you enough people. Yeah, it's maybe too easy, but let's see how we can work that in. Get somebody, like, who in particular do you want to leave you alone?
Like, it would be, say, like some NPC that was like bugging or something. Like, it would have to be, obviously within because I get it, you get XP from it. So obviously within reason, but like say where, I don't know where we start. Like, okay, I guess that's the next question. Like, where are we starting?
So you guys will be starting off, you and Jado will be meeting at a CD Cantina to meet a contact that Jado has made. What you guys know so far is you have been sent by the university that you work for on the city of Zandalin. Zandalin U, if you want to call it. Because there's some kind of pestilence or blight affecting a nearby village. So you guys are being kind of sent out there as an emergency to figure out what the heck is going on. And you know that you're going to need some muscle, so you kind of stopping here real quick to see what you can scrape together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how about one of my goals then?
Mhm.
I'm just thinking out loud. Is I've decided that Gru is somewhat intelligent and possibly useful, and I would like to be more friendly.
Okay.
But I still don't want to
Sure.
be friends because I don't like friends.
Okay, so maybe get to know a little more about
Yeah.
Gru. Okay, sure. Yeah, that works. Get to know more about Gru. Okay. And Gru, I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate that goal in a meaningful way.
Well, I have another goal that I could use
Okay.
totally.
Go for
Basic, because we're investigating kind of like a sickness, for lack of a better word. So I want to get a sample and learn something new about it. That'll be a little goal.
Yes, get a sample and learn something. That is a perfect goal.
Is it called COVID 35,000?
Yeah, COVID 3000.
Sorry, too soon.
I love it.
I still can't get over Bun saying, like someone be like bugging. Why are you bugging?
Why are you bugging?
That's hip terminology in the 35,000s.
Exactly. So, Dumos, you have any goals in mind, maybe? That's you, Gorfunion.
I think I knew I was just.
You were thinking. Okay, sorry.
It was dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause.
It. As far as the goal goes, is just to sort of figure out my place.
Okay.
I imagine, like, I know that I'm trying to figure out how I fit in.
Okay.
With what's. Because I'm not where I feel like I'm supposed to be, but at the same time, I feel like I'm supposed to be here.
Are we paying Dumos?
I guess you'll have to find out, huh?
Okay.
Find. Okay, so you got the Hercules goals to
price.
Find where I belong.
We're gonna pay him in lunch money to save a whole town.
I
didn't just quote The Mandalorian.
Yeah. Honestly, it'll be up to you guys because you are exactly. It's so Mandalorian. It'll be up to you because this is also for chat. This is a neutral, good, leaning more towards good aligned party. So in the Star Wars theme, it would be a light side aligned party. So Gorf, our pal Dumos, is going to have a hard time struggling with that with his natural, tendencies, but don't we all? So it's going to be an interesting.
So I guess I apply to that too. Mine isn't like as like affect. Well, I guess it kind of would affect a whole people if I ever prove where I'm going with it. But I guess I'm kind of doing the same thing, struggling with because that would be why I wasn't with my family anymore.
Yeah.
Why I'm not that. What was where they basically were neutral? They were Switzerland, wherever Chiss are from.
Oh, yeah. I think they're. What is their planet called? Oh, I knew this.
And their whole planet, though, is like Switzerland to everybody else, and nobody can bug them.
They're neutral. They're a little bit xenophobic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, they're kind of a lot xenophobic. So seeing a Chiss out in the wild is going to be interesting in the story too. Okay.
I was like a millennial and had to, figure it out myself because I'm not about that life.
Yeah.
So that's the road I'm down right now.
And obviously, as part of D&D, we'll slowly learn more about your characters as they grow. And evolve as characters, and we'll see how it progresses. All right, well, I think that's enough talk. I think Theo's right. You guys ready to get this show on the road?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I know
nervous.
So we're nervous. We'll be good.
Conveniently enough.
Imagine, if you will, sitting down in the theater. Lights go down. Boom, Star Wars on the screen with the classic scroll.
Yellow.
Yeah, exactly. The music that we're not going to play because of copyright.
No, but you can use your voice. Your voice isn't going to get copyrighted.
Okay, that's good. And the scroll says, "The galaxy is on the edge of chaos. 100,000 years before the formation of the Republic, hyperspace travel brings together hundreds of planets and thousands of new cultures for the first time. Conflicts arise and alliances form. New sentient species emerge and technologies mingle and grow. Governments greedily scramble for control of new and uncharted territories. Traders, merchants, smugglers, and thieves are overwhelmed with new worlds, markets, and marks. Amid the explosion of galactic growth, a new power blossoms. Dark and sinister beings gather in the shadows, seeking to control this power and keep it only for themselves. Meanwhile, on a young and vibrant world of the Mid-Rim, a group of strangers are about to learn that this power has more than just a dark side. Welcome to Star Wars Force Emergence. So, as the camera pans down, we see the classic shot of Star Wars. We see a verdant planet below with deep blue oceans and lush green continents. We have on one side ice cap on one pole, and interestingly, on the other pole, it's almost desert, barren, browns and reds. Immediately, we see a ship fly over. We get that TIE fighter noise, sort of, although it's not a TIE fighter. Get a little wah! And we zoom in to the planet below. As the camera pans down, zooms in on the planet, we come into a seedy cantina with some classic cantina music playing in the background, maybe a band of bits. I think maybe this cantina is it's more like it's darker music. It's not that happy, upbeat sound that you hear from the Tatooine cantina. This definitely has a darker, shadier vibe to it. And there you go. Exactly. And as we pan down, we see two people sitting, one with blue skin, glowing red eyes, hair pulled tightly back, kind of severe, fiddling with something on the table. Another wearing kind of a misplaced looking cowboy hat. Definitely seen some wear, and maybe scribbling, jotting some notes down on his data pad. Both of them are looking very nervous and anxious in this seedy cantina where they are definitely out of place. And we see a bartender slowly walking over to the table. You see this guy, he's probably nearly 7 foot tall, 400 pounds, 4 arms. If you're familiar with the Star Wars universe, this is a basilisk. And he just comes over with a slight smile on his table. All right, what do you want?
I don't want anything. Thank you.
Kind of gives you a gruff snort. Okay.
I'm good right now too, thanks.
You realize this is a bar, right?
I don't know what I want yet.
Yes, but that's
gotta think.
It's not why we're here. We're here for business. Thank you.
Kind of gives you a shrug, a very dirty look, and shuffles off away from the table.
So, Gru, where are we gonna find someone for this?
I mean, if we look around, I kind of feel like we can almost pick anybody here. We very well could have asked the guy who just asked us if we wanted a drink. But my mind went blank and I didn't even know what to say. What do we even say in this situation?
I think at this point, Jado, you know you're supposed to be meeting a contact here. You kind of have a brief description of him. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, will you? First roll of the campaign. Make it a good one. Give me just a second. I'll put the overlay on screen. I have it. Boop. There it is.
You said boop.
I said boop.
We're gonna say it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Boop.
There we go. Okay. A 7. That's the way to start it off. You got good perception too.
I'm too busy writing.
Yeah. Okay, Gru, why don't you make us a perception check too? That does make sense. You're too engulfed in your data pad to see anything around you.
I guess that would be true. I don't have. Ooh, I have terrible perception.
I have plus
A
3.
natural 1. Beautiful.
Oh my god, my first roll. Hey, at least we got it out the way. That
There you
means I
go.
will not get a 1 the rest of this game.
Get these bad rolls out of the way. Exactly. Okay, so I think what happens is neither one of you, like, you're both super uncomfortable here, right? Both very nervous, and so you're not really paying attention, right? You're just absorbed in what you're tinkering with. You're trying to look inconspicuous, even though you stand out like a sore thumb. You don't see anything, so you don't see when a tall, slender, cloaked human walks up to your table, right beside you. It probably startles you when he says, "Are you Jado?"
Yeah, yes. Are you Dumos?
No, I'm not Dumos. I told you to meet me here. I'm going to introduce you to Dumos.
Oh, yes. That's what I meant. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, good. Wonderful. Okay. You got the credits?
Yeah, we got the credits right here. Here you go.
Yeah. 150, right?
I thought it was 100. Actually.
Yeah, but I don't like you. You look weird. So how about 150?
How about 120? I have 20 here that I can throw in. 'Cause I think that's what
Whoever
I
wants
have.
to make a persuasion check.
Yeah, it won't be me.
Not me. I might actually. Wait a minute. What even is mine? Oh my god, this is good.
Okay. 12. I mean, you rolled a natural 20 if it was at advantage, which is not. But 12 is okay. All right. Just give me 120. I want to get out of here. This place stinks.
Yes. Group, just pay the man.
So I'll slide it to him across the table
Okay, cool.
in a pouch.
So in this world, at this point in time, there isn't a galactic standard for currency just yet. Generally, worlds have their own currency. Most worlds have a world currency now. There's not like divided countries as much at this point in development. So I think this would just be like your regular like credit stick that you have. So he just puts out his data pad. You transfer it over. Go ahead and mark off 120 off of your credits.
That's you, by the way.
Yeah. Wow. The man with the credit line doesn't care. Okay, cool. So you see this man in the cloak walk away to another table, darkly lit booth on the other side of the room. Imagine, if you will, the scene from Lord of the Rings where they're just seeing Strider for the first time.
Actually, it's a whole different universe, sir.
Yeah. So what happens is you see the man go over. He has a brief discussion with another cloaked figure. Briefly, a little transaction happens on the data pad goes by. And walking over to your table, you see a medium build, which you think in the dark corners at first to be a human walking your way. But as he comes up to your table and the light hits him, you notice bright red skin, a face and forearms covered in black tattoos, and Dumos has arrived.
Well, you're super intimidating.
What is on your face?
It's just me.
Yes.
Well, it looks like you'll be able to get the job done then.
Yes. I guess you'll do.
What's the job?
Go ahead. You can explain it to him, Jado.
Crap, I forgot. It's one of the things I didn't write down. What's the job?
If you don't know the job just yet, how about a pint? Wait, do they use that measuring?
Sure, yeah. For some reason, Star Wars is like...
Give me a Karflunger.
A Karflunger of ale, please.
I would like a parsec of ale. We use it wrong everywhere else.
How about a dinglehopper? Drink it and fix my hair.
Dirty Harry orders a dinglehopper.
If I had some.
This voice is fantastic, by the way. I just hope you have lozenges with you. Now that I'm in love already.
It's great.
So I think
no, we have to find a cure for the disease, and we're told that you can be useful. So, what can you do?
So do we?
I can break things. I'm usually the muscle.
Yes, well, I can fix them. Yeah.
So is he?
No, for being smart.
Can I ask a question out of
Sure,
character really fast?
absolutely.
Is he coming with us to so we have to go figure out what's causing whatever this plague or this sickness or whatever.
Mhm.
Is he to come with us to make sure if there's something scary out there, basically something that we obviously can't fight?
I think as far as you guys know, you don't really know much about the problem. You've been given I think Jado probably knows more than you do.
Okay.
You know
Jado
that
should
there's
have
been a
notes
blight.
then.
And this is something, Jado, that you would know. You know
Okay.
that there's a blight plaguing the land, and it seems to be spreading. From descriptions you've heard, it's some kind of substance that's actually growing on the ground and maybe on animals too. And it's causing the loss of a lot of crops, farm animals, and even the loss of life of sentient beings as well.
Still
And it
stuff
seems to
you
be
tell us
spreading
ahead of
really
time.
quick.
Okay.
So that's what you know. So as far as Dumos goes, you guys are, for lack of a better word, you're kind of bookworms, science types. So you just know that you need someone with some beef and some muscle to kind of help you out.
Yes, we just need you to watch our backs while we work. We don't need you to do any thinking. We'll do the thing. We just need you to stand there and hit things.
How's the pay?
I mean, it's for the good of the whole planet. I mean, we shouldn't have to pay you. You should just do it.
I wouldn't be doing this if it was for the good of the planet. I said how's the pay?
I don't know. Talk to Gru about pay.
Do I need to roll another persuasion check?
So just for mechanics,
You can't persuade me.
mechanics wise,
I have horns.
I think you guys can lie to each other, and I'll let you do insight checks to kind of get a gauge of whether or not the character is lying. But as far as persuading other characters to do something, we won't play that game because it can lead down a really weird path. So you can't really talk in each other.
Not until we learn more about the Force.
Yeah. So you can't really. Yeah, exactly. You can use force powers on each other. That's kind of dark. Into the unknown. So, So you can't convince them through a roll, but as characters, you can definitely work something out. And I think you guys would have expected to pay a little something. Don't forget, Jado, that you have your.
I know. I just don't think about it very often. And
Okay.
I
Cool.
let Gru deal with it. That's why I have an assistant.
Okay, cool.
So
We have $1,000 credit from the university as a stipend. So I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you were on the call when I was told that.
Nope, I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By the way.
So what if he's there for protection, then we go the route and I'll tell him, look, we can give you 500 and we'll give you 250 now and 250 when we're done. If he's
That
gonna be
works.
the muscle, okay.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
cool.
that's fine.
Wait,
Whatever,
wait,
whatever.
were you telling me that in character or not? Did I actually
That
hear you?
is going to. That's what I was trying to figure out too. I was gonna see if he agreed, and then I figured I might have had to repeat. See, look, I don't know what I'm doing, guys.
That's perfect.
I had to get it. I was like, wait a minute, am I hearing her in my head? She's a telepath. She's a telepath.
Oh my god, that was perfect.
So yes, that would be my final offer, and yes, I am actually saying it to you.
I'll take it.
Cool.
Very cool.
So
When do we
I'll
leave?
go
What are we
ahead
gonna
and
eat?
slide the 250 over, and then if you're hungry, go ahead. Let's order some food.
Okay.
Someone said beef earlier.
Yes. Well, fine.
I think it's
if you-
Nerf here, yeah. But
If you must eat, then eat quickly. We have to go.
you gonna flag the bartender back over?
I'm back on my data pad. I'm not doing nothing.
Mr. Bartender.
Okay.
I'll call him back over.
You figured out what you want, huh?
And then I'm gonna point to Dumos and say whatever this guy wants.
Want
Alright.
something that's gonna fill me up.
Mm.
I'll have some milk, please.
Right? I'll have whatever the Skywalkers were drinking in Return of the Jedi in their little hut. That's what I want.
That hasn't happened yet.
I know, but that's kind of what it's blue. I want blue.
Does blue
Blue
milk?
drink.
Yeah. Does it exist in this universe yet? That's the question.
This is where
Can it
came from.
exist in this universe for me, please? 'Cause that's what I want.
We're gonna say some form of blue or green milk exists in this universe. Okay, so the big burly server / bartender looks like he's the only humanoid working here right now. Kind of pulls up the back of his pants, and you don't know how clean that third hand is. Jots down a quick order, shuffles off.
I mean, technically, blue or green milk can exist here. It's just a matter of how long you wait.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think this occurs naturally. Yeah. Without
I don't know
fermentation.
if I trust this waiter when he grabbed his pants. I thought that's where he was reaching for the food.
Oh, I didn't notice. No, I didn't notice. Nope.
So maybe like actually if you want to check and see, you can roll a persuasion or a perception check.
For who, me?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I know.
Yeah, roll a perception check.
I noticed.
20. Yeah. So
Okay.
not only do you see him scratching his butt, he definitely
I understand about his who he is. It's fine. It's okay. It's just who they are.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he definitely went a little too far down for your sanitary needs.
I'm sure he'll wash it. It's fine.
Yeah. So he shuffles back maybe 15, 20 minutes later, plops 3 plates of goop down on the table, 3 glasses of greenish blue milk.
Ooh, goop is my favorite.
Yeah. It looks edible. Doesn't even say anything, just snorts, shuffles back off.
Right. Eat up. Let's go. We have to be quick. It's spreading. It's getting worse. We have to go.
So you're all shoveling down the food?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you all roll me a constitution check, just each one of you.
As expected.
As expected.
I have IBS.
So Jado definitely disappears into the cantina restroom for a few minutes.
This is the advantage to standing up while you play.
Oh, just click Constitution save on your character sheet there, Gorf.
Right? I'm like, wait a minute, where are you?
Left side.
Oh, I didn't do the save. I just did a regular Constitution.
Well, that's fine. Okay. Not looking so good for Gru either. So you just go to your journal. Click, let me see. I think I have it opened up here on the side. Where are you? Dumos. Okay, so right at the top left, under proficiency bonus there, Dumos.
Okay.
You should see a little word that says Constitution. Actually, click on the word Constitution.
Oh man.
I don't know why we hired this guy because it's clearly I'm worried about. He's not very strong.
So all of you guys failed. The food is not good. It's definitely off. You were scarfing it down as quick as possible. I think maybe Gru and Jado were able to make it to the bathroom, whereas Dumos was not. So hopefully you found a can along the way.
It's all right. It's a cloak.
It's a cloak.
I just have to walk fast.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, you guys are done in the cantina. You can go wherever you like.
I think I'm gonna head back to the ship.
Can I heal Dumos first?
I don't think
put my hand on his shoulder and be like, "It's okay, bud."
Yeah. I would say.
Although it's gonna waste one though.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Heck with
He
you.
didn't take any damage. It was just very embarrassing for him.
Heal his tummy.
Cast bleach on you.
Conveniently, I didn't really care because I have no social skills.
Yeah.
Didn't bother me at all.
So, if you fail another Constitution-based save today, you'll take some exhaustion. But for now, you're all right. It was just embarrassing for you.
Whew. That was some grub.
Okay, so to your point, Misfit, you don't have a ship. I think you guys probably took public transport to get here from the university.
Okay.
Owning spaceships at this point, especially those with hyperdrives, are pretty much reserved for the ultra rich. So it's going to have to be something to work towards.
I think the university has one.
Yeah, the university probably has a land car.
That was me trying to save money.
Yeah, maybe like a hover. Basically, they're all hover cars at this point. But I think you probably would have had one. That makes sense. So you're gonna head back over to your vehicle, Buns?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Gru, do you still have the keys? Or activation crystals? Or
Yep.
whatever the crap we're using nowadays?
I got right. I was just about to. I was like, would we be using keys?
There's.
I don't know how to drive the machines. I just know how to fix them.
Yeah, it's not. They won't be like mechanical keys, but there's probably just a code you type in on the dash and.
Got this under
biometric
control.
scan to get in, that kind of thing. It's pretty advanced tech.
I'm the techie one, remember? I think I got this under control.
Cool. So you guys are just heading back to your vehicle?
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yes, that's what we just said. Do not listen.
Okay. Don't argue with the universe.
I'm just following the money.
Cool. So you guys can load up. So there are some options as far as travel goes. If you guys, obviously, you're in a big city. You can provision up if you like. There are, all kinds of different shops. It's a more advanced version of like Tokyo, New York. So you got everything you can imagine, along with seedier parts too. The world is yours. So you can prep as much as you like, make plans. You can throw a couple things in your vehicle and just take off because you know where you're going, roughly.
This is gonna be on me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Good talk. Yes, we're going to need some scientific equipment, which I of course know exactly what I need because I'm a science guy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll take some of that, please.
Okay. What kind of equipment are you looking for?
Dang it.
Oh, also, you guys would probably about five credits a piece for your meal.
Oh, all right.
You want to mark that off of your inventory? Yeah. Jado, the science guy.
And don't forget about the 120 we paid to our contact, because I totally made you pay that.
So it's all coming out of this 1,000, right?
No, so that 5 will come out of our regular. I guess the 120 can come out of ours, so I'll actually mark that down.
Okay.
Crap, now I have to do math.
Well, I had here, I was keeping track of the 1,000, and I took 120 out of the 1,000. I took the first 250 out of the 1,000, and then I just took the 15.
All right, then I'm just gonna take that out of mine then, and then you can have that one. You're in charge of that. I hate math.
So
just using the calculator on the phone.
Scientific equipment varies wildly in the Star Wars universe.
We know that it's a growing thing. We don't know what yet, but it grows. So we're going to need some microscopes and some testing equipment and then some chemicals and things for all of that, obviously.
Okay.
So I have a field testing kit
my
person already.
Drew already has one. If you want to get yourself like a field kit with a microscope field kit, we can make that happen.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Okay, let me look at a price range here on some equipment. I know there's not going to be a microscope, but we can figure something out. No, it's fine. You totally can get this.
I said Microsoft Lake.
I think you could probably find like a compact version of. It's not going to be like a desk stand microscope like we would see. It's digital, handheld.
I want a tricorder. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, exactly. I think you could probably pick one of those up for 50 credits.
Right, of course, yes. Fine.
It'll have a few
credits.
disposable, say a pack of 10 disposable.
Like I want one of those scanners that I had in No Man's Sky.
Yeah. So good. Wouldn't that be useful?
What did we call it?
You can call it a compact micro scanner.
Yes, obviously. That's what I thought it was.
Mm-hmm. And like maybe a pack of 10
Yes, I wrote
testing glasses that you can put your samples on to examine.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Cool. All right. And you all, just for your knowledge, you have 10 days worth of field rations on you if you want to add that to your character sheet. If you remember in Empire Strikes Back when Yoda broke into Luke's stuff and was eating that log that he spit out, that's basically a field ration. They're not very appetizing, but they give you what you need.
But they're full of nutrients and they're designed to keep you going. Mm-hmm. It's fine. Doesn't have to taste good. You just have to eat it.
Yep. So you obviously can get better food if you'd like. I don't think any of you have the talents to cook to give you like actual physical bonuses, but that is the thing in this universe.
That's very hurtful.
Yeah. There's actually a skill called gourmand. Yeah. And it does help out. But anyway, sure. So anything else you guys want to grab in the city?
We're gonna need some rope. I don't know why, but I never go anywhere without rope because rope is useful.
Rope does
you always need rope.
And a new cloak, maybe.
Yes. Get the man a new cloak.
I don't think I can stand the smell of this ship much longer. And I did say ship.
That's with the P
at the end.
With a P at the end.
With the P at the end.
Yeah.
I believe the P was actually what caused it.
Okay. Yeah. So to find these stores, one of you guys needs to roll an investigation check.
I have a +4. Let me do that one.
Okay. If the other guys are helping you, you can take advantage on that. Which means you take the best of these two rolls.
You hit it. Now you can't see it.
There it is. Well, thank goodness you had. Oh, that was Buns that did investigation. Okay, thank goodness. So 18, yeah. So you can pretty quickly navigate out of this more seedy part of town. Go find your local Home Depot and pick yourself up some rope.
As long as it's not Lowe's, I hate that place.
Yeah.
Right.
You can do 50 feet of fiber cord for 10 credits.
What page is all this on?
If you go in your player's handbook,
Oh yeah, I should open that.
you just open to equipment. Yeah.
Sidebar: I'm an idiot playing a smart guy. I'm gonna say that a lot today.
It's almost as hard as playing it the other way around. Yeah, with this kind of shopping, you know, this kind of mundane stuff, I say you don't even have to have interactions unless you want to. Going forward, you know, meet the shopkeepers and stuff. But this is pretty, you know, simple stuff to get. You do find a supply shop without investigation, so you easily can pick up your micro scanner, your rope, any kind of basic necessities like that you need. You can go ahead and pick them up.
Can I sidebar interrupt for a second?
Sure.
I'm super excited. I just got this in the mail.
Go for it. Nice.
It's the Extra Life shirt because we raised over $200 so far.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Super
That's
excited.
awesome.
We're
And
up
you're a
to-
healer, too.
We're up to $1,575 on my campaign so far this year out of a
That's
$750 goal.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Extralife.monkeydks.com if anybody
Yeah,
wants
feel free to post a link in the chat, dude. I'm always down for Extra Life. Post that link anytime you want to. That's
Anyway,
amazing.
carry on. We're
And it
back.
makes sense. You're a healer too, right?
I got distracted.
Out there helping the kids too. Wow, you're so light side.
Right? Look at him.
You're so
Yeah,
light
Masters.
side.
Masters posted the link for me. Thanks, Masters.
Okay. Cool. Anything else you guys want to do in the city before you get underway in your journey?
Just looking.
No, Dumos, we can't do that.
for-
We don't have time.
And if we get down the road and you realize something like you would have made sense for your character to think about,
Okay.
we can add it back. You know, you don't have to
How
be
long was
overly concerned about that.
How
Right, the
long was
things
the
we
port-
don't remember, that was done during the montage.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you know, if you get into a scrappy situation and you need to, you know, a magic item to get yourself out, we're not going to let you have that. But if it makes sense to the narrative that you would have brought it along, we'll let it slide.
I get you.
Make sense?
Yes,
Everyone
yes,
good with
of
that?
course. Yes, that makes sense. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So Jado and Gru, you guys would have been given a contact name to the village. You have the name Magistrate Florin. Magistrate Florin is the woman you want to talk to when you reach this village. Why don't you go ahead, Gru and Jado, why don't you guys go ahead and roll me a history check? Let me
What if I can find it?
unhide the screen again. There we go.
I don't have history.
It's spelled. Let me see. Let me get back on the sheet. Florin, Florin. Magistrate Florin.
Is it lore?
Oh yeah, lore. I'm sorry.
Goodness gracious.
This is not D&D. It's Star Wars 5e. Okay, 13, 18. So I think, Gru, you know a little bit about the village you're going to. The reason it's a little bit strange is it's kind of out in the boondocks. It's a couple 100 miles from the big city, and it is in a zone where advanced technologies are very, very frowned upon. No blaster rifles or weapons of any kind are used.
Yes, I'm used to this backwater type place.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand.
These particular people who settled here are, they're very against technology, and they will not tolerate it on their lands. They like to stick to the old ways. This is not something normal on the planet. These guys. They have their own plot of land that ranges a few thousand square kilometers. So that's basically what you know, Gru. Jado, you know a little bit more. You know that they're kind of distrusting of outsiders, but they're generally like a friendly, down-to-earth people. You know that nearby this village is sort of a mecca of worship for some religions. There is some kind of temple grounds nearby. and it's people go on a sojourn's not the right word. What do you call a religious trip to a site like this? I'm losing the word.
Oh, I know it too. Pilgrimage.
I know it. Yeah, pilgrimage. There you go. Yeah, so they go on a pilgrimage to this site to worship. So you know a little bit about that. But yeah, you do know these people to be very down to earth. Think Amish, slightly more advanced.
Yes. I don't understand what they have against technology, but they're fine people. We'll be okay.
Yep. There you go. And you also know you've been given on your data pad a map uploaded. Like I said, it's a few hundred kilometers away. There are roads that'll get you most of the way there, and then you're going to have to cut across country a little bit. So that's what you know.
Yes. Well, Drew, get us as close as you can.
Oh, I think you're muted. Gru,
unmute yourself again. Get
I'm
us
the
as close as you
driver,
can.
right? Sorry.
You're the pilot. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. I'm ready. Are we all ready?
Also, welcome, Raiders.
Yes, welcome. Thank you so much for that, Kuya.
All right. I'll go ahead and Can I get us pretty close? Like, I feel like we would probably get like a decent.
I mean, it's a hover
way
car. I don't know
there,
why we
and
need
then-
roads, but whatever.
For
well,
sure.
jungle, and then like
Mhm.
I would imagine that we'd have to probably do a little bit of walking, especially if they frown. Like, we probably don't want to go rolling in our ship.
You didn't tell me I was gonna have to walk.
Yes. Well, you're getting paid, so just do what you're told.
So, what you can do for me, Misfit, Gru, is roll me a piloting check. And you are expert in this, so you always roll this check at advantage. It's going to be a piloting check. We're going to see how close you can get in, because obviously you're not going to be able to drive through dense forest, but we'll see how close you can get in.
So what would be? So how do you roll?
So you should have a skill on the side called piloting. Let me double check the wording of it. Let me open up
I
your.
feel like I remember putting some stuff in that, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go.
there.
The bottom-
Okay, got
Yep.
it. And then how do you roll it with?
So the app already rolls with advantage. You're just going to take the best. Oh, there you go. A natural 20, the first natural 20 of the campaign.
No.
We need some kind of like sound
Right?
cue.
That's awesome.
That none of us would hear
I
except
got
for
the
you.
first
Exactly.
one.
There you go. Is that
We'll,
better?
we'll each have to play it on our own.
We'll have to play it. We'll be scrambling for our buttons. Yeah, with a natural 20, you make some turns and shortcuts that shouldn't have been possible. And I think Jado and Dumos were probably clinching tight as you made some of these turns. But
You can't. It's a dangerous game after I ate that food. I
regret lunch.
It's too tight.
but absolute record time you make it. And I say with this you get within. You only have to spend one night before you get into the village proper.
I'm fine.
Nice.
I like it with the Constitution save. All right, Dumos, you know we got to do it to you, man. Give us another Constitution save.
This is my fault. I apologize. Slightly.
I can't wait. I've never wanted to see a natural one more in my life.
It's so evil.
And
Yeah, I'm playing the dark side. You're the guys that are the good guys. I mean,
we already know the DM hates us.
So just on your left side of your character sheet, just click Constitution again like you did before. So the anticipation is killing me. 11. Okay.
Double
okay.
ones. That's okay. That's okay.
So I think, yeah, Dumos, you probably get a few gurgles and sloshes along the way, but you managed to keep everything down this time.
I have a tonic for that.
You have a ton. There you go. So yeah, so
I have an herb for that.
when you guys hop out of the vehicle, you know, you can, I'll say with that piloting role, you can find a nice safe place to park it off road. You spend, you know, pretty much most of the day traveling out here. With hover lanes, you move obviously a lot faster than regular cars do, and you make it. The landscape just gets more and more beautiful as you go out. There's hills. It's very mountainous, very lush green. Think Pacific Northwest forest. That just gets denser and denser as you go along, and you're cutting across these beautiful green and tan fields, and you come up to a pretty much a thick stand of impassable by car forest when you hop out. But yeah,
it's a hover car. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. When you get out of the hover car, you just get this just blasted by all the sights and sounds of a forest full of life.
And Gru is just like in her glory right now, because that's just like her favorite ever, like the grass and bright green and all of the like that's like her jam right there. That's where she likes to be. That's what because she likes to study it. And
yes,
so
yes,
like right now she's
it's
super
very pretty,
happy.
but we have to move on. We can't look at all the things we have to do. We have to find Magistrate Florin.
I know. I hear you, bud. We'll go.
I'm not your budget. I'm your boss.
I'm not impressed by it. I hate it.
Yes.
Man.
What the large red man said. Yes. We're moving.
Dirty Harry hates the forest. That's amazing. Okay, you know, all of you guys, there's another mechanic here in the game that we need to talk about. If you look on your character sheets, you will see a little spot in the top left for inspiration.
Oh, crap.
There's a little, it's just under your names. You have a little dragon icon there. See it? There you go.
Dragon icon?
Found it.
Right where it says inspiration.
Nailed it.
So all of you guys, I'm giving you all inspiration right now because of your fantastic roleplay. Which this means you get this as often as I give it to you. You can use that inspiration anytime during the day or during the session to re-roll a roll, okay? So if something goes, and I'm not going to make you tell me beforehand yet until you get used to the game. So if a roll goes terribly wrong that you want to succeed, you can roll it again and use up that use of inspiration. That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know that's what it does.
So even though he's rushing me right now, can I notice this really, 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 really cool plant that I've never seen before with this like flower on it that I would really like to study?
Sure. So you want to cast? Okay. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna give me a nature check for
So
that.
that would be
It'll be under N for nature.
Yeah, and you're also expert at this. So
Yes, I am an expert.
yeah,
Yes.
25 with the
Dang.
beautiful. Let me put the
Getting
roll
those
back
big
up so you can
rolls.
see.
I don't think you should re-roll that. Nope.
No, I don't think so.
No,
either.
right? Nope. That's it. I'll take that one.
Yeah, that's beautiful. 25. Yeah, I'd say you immediately get out and start casting around. You know, just overwhelmed with the beauty of the lush green landscape. And yeah, you find a really, really cool looking flower, just like almost like a black rose with white along the borders, and it's just sparkling with life.
I want to take that and I want to keep it and have it and study it and
Beautiful.
it shall be mine and
Mark
it
it
shall
in.
be my squishy.
Yeah, mark it in your inventory.
I was about to say it.
And we'll let you study it later to see if it gives you any kind of like properties that you might be able to derive from it. Very good. Write it down. All right. What's the plan of attack here?
Well, I mean, we have to go to the village to find Magistrate Florin. We talked about this like 5 minutes ago.
Right.
All right, and
we
see,
got it,
Jado's
we
just
got
like
it.
talking to the universe right now. He's just looking up in the sky, saying this.
He does that a lot. I speak to the smartest person in the room. Most of the time, that's me.
Probably getting very frustrated from
Hey, with the
the
flowers.
lack of movement and Gru just wandering around picking flowers.
All right, Jado. I hear you. Let's go, bud. Do you want me to do the talking though?
Why would I need you to do the talking? We're gonna find the magistrate. I can speak.
Okay. All right, let's go.
All right, so the group heads off through the woods on its epic journey. So you know you're about half day's travel away. The sun is rapidly going down behind you as you start to walk through the forest as dusk starts to set.
Wouldn't be so late if we weren't picking flowers.
It would have been 3.5 minutes earlier.
And I think that Gru has just kind of, at this point, like, she doesn't have anything against Jado, but I think a lot of it is she just gets that he's just kind of quirky like that. So there'll be times when she just kind of like, all right, Jado, we know, like,
Yes,
I get it. Like,
I'm hoping that works on Dumos too.
I just want to get paid,
Otherwise, he's gonna hurt me.
and I want to find some food that's not gonna turn me inside out.
Beautiful.
It's a brand new cloak.
So imagine the sun going down, very, very thick wooded forest. The sound of insects and the evening animals start to grow louder until it grows into basically a cacophony of jungle forest sounds. And it all mingles together just to become this mass of noises, which Jado and Dumos, you guys probably aren't too used to. I think Gru spent plenty of times in the woods. So how
I mean,
you guys...
I live out in the woods because I don't like the people.
Oh, that's true. You do live out in the woods.
Yes, we talked about this.
How about you, Dumos? How are you feeling about being in the woods like this? That's the most dramatic pause ever. Just silence from Dumos. I love it. It's the best thing. That's how he's feeling.
What exactly was that rose made out of?
strong silent type. Should I do? What could I? Can I do a nature check to answer that question?
I think you're gonna have to take some
answer
time to study it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can definitely do that in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so as you guys move along, it definitely goes dark on you as you're walking through. You know a basic direction. I need one of you to make a survival check for me.
Yes, Dumos, you're good at night things, right?
I can see well at night, but I'm not very smart. But I can give a good survival check.
Yes.
here.
You don't need to be smart. I will be smart enough for both of us. Don't worry.
All right.
I hope.
Yeah. That was.
I'm going home.
I think maybe you guys walk back to your vehicle on accident. So I think.
Gonna lay down
Wait
right
a
here and go to
minute.
sleep.
My wrist. Don't I have a wrist? Don't I have a thing on my wrist pad that like tells me where we can go? We should
Hire you for one thing.
We shouldn't have to even depend on his.
Do
actually.
you? Let me look at your character sheet here.
Actually, where I had this written down somewhere.
Getting nervous. I'm getting
I
very
think,
nervous.
I think my dice are broken. Let me check. I'm gonna look back here.
You know what? Try it again. See what happens.
I think next time. Gorsh
Remember that-
should just roll.
Remember
real
that
dice.
inspiration check
Oh
we did
yeah,
earlier?
yeah. Let's see.
Oh, you're gonna use inspiration?
No.
No.
Maybe am I pushing the wrong button?
You're using the right button, buddy. Get
Okay,
them all
okay.
out of the way now.
Get
Get them
them out.
all out of the way now.
Just knock it out right now.
Okay.
Can
Yep.
you use my inspiration?
So, no, I think, yeah, I think where
I'm
the
just here
group
to
went
punch
wrong
things.
was putting Dumos out front for. I mean, he's got a +1 in survival. He's not bad at it, but he's never been in these woods before. He only has a vague sense of direction, and you guys are kind of annoying each other. So I think that this is why it happens. You're not going backwards, but it definitely takes you. You get a feeling that you're almost going around in circles for a little while, and I think you guys are probably feeling pretty exhausted at this point after seemingly making no progress.
Yes. This is getting us nowhere. Why haven't we made it to the village yet?
We keep seeing this tree.
Gru got us so close. Why can't we do the rest of it?
I think that I can use my wrist pad to get us there.
Okay, we'll say since you chose Dumos as your leader through the woods for
Guide.
now, I think maybe the reason Gru doesn't think about this is just because you're so overwhelmed with the forest. And you're just looking around at stuff, right? You're more interested in gathering little samples here and there. You know, you pick up.
I'm just getting warmed up for,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the,
Yes,
the
she-
big game coming
She keeps
up.
stopping. I keep having to push her along. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating.
So I think you see Gru stopping at
Probably
a
put
tree
this in
here
her
and
review.
there, scraping some moss or some gunk off of it, catching a beetle, checking it out for a few minutes, putting it down while Dumos is stumbling around, tripping on every stick on the forest floor.
I don't think that has anything to do with the blight, Gru.
Yeah.
Gru, we're here for one purpose here.
So I think without pushing all the way through the night at this point, Jado, you're not going to make it to the village tonight.
We're gonna have to set up camp. We're not going fast enough. We need to pick a safe space and set up camp. How do we do that?
So if you want, I mean, you can set up camp
I wasn't
wherever you
asking
like.
you. I was asking Gru. She's smart.
Oh, go ahead, do it.
I mean, there's this nice open tree stump over here with some nice moss. I'm totally okay with, making that
Gonna
my
be a
little
pretty
nook
big
and-
tree.
I mean, it's big enough for me.
It's a very
Well,
large tree.
Do you have a tent? Did you think about that?
Well, I like nature though. So if I was to go somewhere, I don't feel like my character would need stuff like that. Like I would be happy underneath big
Good.
leaves or,
Good, because you
or
can't
sticks or
you can't use my tent. I brought it for me.
I'll just use this log over here.
I don't need a tent. I can just lay down anywhere. Wherever I lay down is gonna be safe. At least for me.
Sidebar: I was gonna change it, Kuya, but it's funny because you can still see your name in it.
Cool. All right. So you're gonna cast around, get a little camping spot. Okay.
Yes, I'm going to go over here. It's slightly higher ground next to this tree
Perfect.
that Gru found.
So mechanics wise, I know this is your first time camping in this particular campaign. So the way it works is normally you'll want to set someone as a watch through the night, and two people will sleep, and then you can rotate your watches through the night, and you'll all get a full night's rest doing this.
I don't mind being. Can I be last so that I'm up in the morning when everybody else wakes up?
Yes,
Is that acceptable?
I'm going to stay up late working on my data pad anyway. You both get some sleep. I'll take the
Setting
first
my
watch.
watch for 6.
I'll get you up at midnight.
Perfect. All right, Jado's taking first, Dumo second, Gru third. Okay, Jado, do me a favor.
Nope.
And roll me a perception check, please.
No, sir. Nope.
The universe is telling you to do it.
Gotta
Okay,
be better
13.
than mine. It's gotta be.
Okay. So you're out here in the woods. I think you're absorbed in your data pad, but you're doing a pretty good job of watching, keeping an eye out.
Obviously, I'm very good at what I do.
Mm-hmm. Anything you're looking to do during your watch while you finally have some alone time without people yapping at you?
Well, I am. I'm going to eat some of my chocolate that I smuggled in.
Perfect. Make a stealth check for me. 13.
Roll perception. Roll stealth. Roll constitution. I will get you somehow.
Okay, Gru and
will.
Dumos, roll a perception check.
Roll your perceptions while you're asleep. Do it.
How loud do you think my rapper is? Goodness gracious.
16. If you want, you don't have to roll perception. This could be just, whatever.
All right, only you gotta tell me where perception is. I'm not very perceptive. Dude, my guy.
All right, so get all this out of the way, Dumos.
I need some strength. I need some strength stuff.
Yeah, I need some strength for sure. So, Dumos, you're fast asleep. Gru, you kind of wake up. Maybe you're a light sleeper, but you kind of wake up for a second and you hear some. You definitely hear the wrappers being open, but I think you just fall back asleep. Jado's trying to sneak something through, but I don't think you care enough at this point.
She's used to me.
It's just Jado.
You just hear a little.
Let Jado be Jado.
Oh yeah, that's good. Mm-hmm. Very nice. All right, so your watch passes just fine. Nothing happens. Dumos, if you want to wake up and take your watch.
Yeah. I'm watching.
I'm watching. All right, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Crap.
Hey, a passing roll. Look at you.
Growing up.
How unexpected.
Yeah, so you're pretty stinking alert too.
I clean up after myself. I don't destroy nature. Goodness gracious, it's what keeps us alive.
You don't see any candy wrappers laying around?
No one's been littering here.
So you, after sitting out here in the dark for a little while, you kind of, I think you've learned over a long history of fighting and introspection, a lot of time meditating, you've learned to kind of like focus all these noises around you and be able to weed out the different noises one from another. But as your watch goes on over the next few hours, nothing catches your ear or your eye. It's a peaceful, calm, starting to be a little coolness to the air, but it's comfortable. And your watch passes without a problem. Okay. Is there anything you want to do? What's that?
Obviously, nature is afraid of me.
Yeah. Did you sneak any snacks? Chad is wondering.
No, my stomach is still not.
Okay.
I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
Also, I did a check and the chocolate was fine.
Okay, good. I'm not gonna make you guys roll those. I just thought it was funny, just so you know.
I wanted to see what happened. I was gonna fart if I got a low one.
Dumos is the bear here. All right, cool. So your watch ends. You want to go wake up Gru?
Gru. Hey.
Shake her a little bit.
I think that I'm gonna roll over and he's gonna like scare the crap out of me because it's not gonna be what I'm gonna be expecting to like wake up
Then
to.
you better roll for your constitution and see if your stomach can handle it.
Who's in charge here?
If you want to, that's up to you. If you want to roll to see how your character will react, or if you think she would be scared at this point, then yeah, absolutely,
I think she would just be she wouldn't be straight up, but she'd totally be super duper startled, like let out maybe like a slight like ah.
Very nice. Okay.
All right, before I go back to sleep, I realized I had bought a bunch of Depends and to put one on.
That's one of the items you want to have added to your inventory.
now I can snack.
Very good.
So I was gonna see if on my watch while I had time to like not have to listen to Jado yell at me for looking at different plants, I was gonna see if I could maybe find something that like I know I wouldn't be something that I would learn, but something that I know might help Dumos with his like a plant that would be good for his stomach.
Okay. Here's what we'll do. You're still taking watch, so you still need to roll a perception check. You'll do it at disadvantage if you're going to be doing this at the same time.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your perception. Okay. 7. All right.
Could I roll? Would it be nature or medicine?
Let's see. You're gonna roll.
All right. So what does that mean? Why is there's a 15? So there's a little sidebar.
Okay,
There's a
yeah, sure.
15 and there's a 7. What does that mean?
So basically, the game we have it set to always roll 2 die.
Okay.
So it's always rolling at advantage. If you don't have advantage on your check, you just take the first one on the left.
Okay.
If you do have advantage, you take the highest of the 2. If you have disadvantage, you take the lowest of the 2. So she had disadvantage, so she rolled a 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait a
yeah.
minute. So I've been rolling 2 die this whole time and just getting super duper low rolls on both rolls.
Yes.
I'm an animal.
Yeah.
I'm an absolute animal.
I mean, it's almost impressive how bad you are.
Yeah, like this is really good. This is really good.
Gru, I think we bought the wrong person.
I played with the character like this before, or a player like this before. Don't worry, it normally works out very well for you in combat. If you're rolling this bad on all the skill checks, the combat's going to be good for you.
I was just about to say when he has to start like using his what do you have? Do you have a lightsaber? Is that what you said earlier?
I have a sword.
When you start using that, you'll
Saber.
do good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so roll me a nature check at advantage, since you're taking your time here. Gru. Okay, 22. All right, so I think as you're studying this flower, since it kind of stood out to you in the forest as something special and out of the ordinary, maybe you pull out some of your field testing kits and you're doing the whole. We get a little montage of you grinding up some herbs, little puffs of smoke, very Sherlock Holmes in his lab, all kinds of little things going on, puffing, hissing, and you do some checks. You're not paying attention at all to the woods. But your watch passes just fine. And I think you realize that this could be, with the proper equipment, this flower could help someone have a little bit quicker reaction time for a little while. This particular plant. But it might leave them feeling a little groggy afterwards. Yeah. And the only
Now,
way to know mechanically what it does is to try it out.
I was just about to say, would this be something that I would try out? Just like maybe try to eat a piece of something like that. Would it be like the straight flour, or would I have to combine it with something?
I think with a 22, you know that you can probably ingest it the way it is. It might be a little more potent this way. There might be a better way of injecting, but you won't know that without having a lab. But yeah, I think
Is everybody still asleep right now?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a little bit before everybody wakes up?
Yeah, sure.
So I'll kind of sneak off and do my thing with the flower and see what happens. But I'm not going to tell anybody that I tested. They're not going to know yet.
I'm feeling like this is a very safe person to have on watch.
Dumos over there talking in his sleep.
But I'm just thinking this.
Why did I leave her out
I
there?
sense danger.
Okay, so you're gonna sneak off and try a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna say you take. We'll say with your fiddling and what you've gathered, you can have 2 doses. So you pop a dose, and yeah, within a couple minutes, you feel like your senses tingling a little bit.
Excuse me, sir. Dumos popped a dose in the bar earlier.
No, you dropped a dose.
Ah.
It's a little different. Yeah, so you eat some of this. You eat some of these plants. Wow, this is going off the rails quick. So you eat some of this real quick. Yeah, you basically what you feel is your perception, of the world kind of feels like it slows down a little bit for you. You see a bug fly by and it's kind of like in slow motion, and it's kind of wild. Like for the next few minutes, you feel just a little bit quicker. Mechanically speaking, this will give you a +1 to any of your dex checks for the day.
Okay.
So any kind of dexterity saves or anything like that, you're just feeling peppy. You took a nice shot of B12,
Okay.
and you're alert and ready to rock.
Nice.
Yep. We'll see what happens when the effect wears off. That you don't know yet.
So do I wake them up?
Sure. Yeah. I see the sun starts rising. You see the kind of orange lightness to the sky starting to form, and you can wake up the party.
So I'm gonna go over to Jado, and I'm gonna be standing, but I'm gonna kind of like almost lightly kick him in the shoulder, like, "Hey, time to get up." Like nudge him a little bit.
Group. I'm awake, and I've told you not to kick me.
Well, you should have woke up the first time, and then I wouldn't have had to kick you the second time.
Fine. Well, I'm up now. Okay.
You can wake up Dumos. Don't leave that on me.
No. This is why I pay you. You're my assistant. Go wake up the large red man.
I'm scared to wake him up. I can't even lie. But I'll walk over to him and I'll just kind of whisper, I guess, a little bit like, "Hey, get up. It's time to wake up." Because I'm scared to like be like the way I was with Jado.
I just
I
roll
don't
over.
wanna-
I don't like ASMR.
It's time to wake up.
What's new on the data pad?
How close did you get to his ear when you whispered? Wake up.
Not creepy like that. I was not going for creepy.
Not creepy like that. Creepy in a different way.
I was going for like gentle, like, "Hey bud, it's time to wake up."
Time to go
Don't
to
wake
school.
up and right? More like that. Like, don't wake up and want to take your lightsaber out because you were having a crazy dream and I scared you upon
What crazy?
waking up.
What is a lightsaber? What are you talking about?
Whatever he
What did you
uses a
eat?
saber or sword. I'm sorry, I meant sword. Pull his sword out because he's mad. Don't want to startle him from his sleep.
Beautiful. So the whole party's up to there's quite a crispness to the air. You guys didn't start a fire or anything. I think you slept comfortably. It's not cold enough to where you'd have to make like constitution checks or anything like that, but yeah, you notice autumn rolling in for sure. You feel the coolness. Might be a little even invigorating. Gru, you feel extra invigorated.
Oh, why? Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are we ready to go, guys? Are we ready? Because I'm ready. Now I'm going to be the one for a little while. All right, Jado, let's go. What are you doing? Why are you so slow right now? Let's go.
I-
You
I
yelled
still
at me
have no
yesterday.
idea where we're going.
I have to finish writing this report, and then we can go.
Can't you walk and write the report at the same time? We
Fine.
gotta go, bud.
Fine. Oh, sure. Now you think we have to go.
We got
Not
places
yesterday.
to go.
Yesterday we were lost in the woods. Lost in the woods. Sorry.
There's a whole lot of Frozen flying around tonight.
Apparently. It's not even an ice planet.
Cool. You guys gonna
Dumos,
head
we're
off?
going to Zandalin, and we're looking for Magistrate Florin.
Yes.
So that we can
he
talk
knows,
to
He knows
her.
that.
No, I
He's-
know like where
not
we're
an idiot.
going. I just don't know where we're going.
Perfect. Dumos, take inspiration back for the day. You got it again, buddy.
You still got it.
Very nice. Saying hi to someone in
So-
chat real quick. Don't worry about it.
Sorry, we've been talking this whole time.
Okay, cool. So I think like in the daytime, Gru will have a pretty good idea of where to head. Now that you kind of like orient yourself, with the forest and get find a few landmarks. You'll get a pretty good sense of direction. You think you can make it within the next it's gonna be a nice 4 or 5 hour walk, but you can get there no problem.
Right?
Yes. Well, let's go then. What are we waiting for?
Cool.
I'm ready.
Party's taking off.
Ready.
All
Yes.
right, cool.
Did you eat breakfast? Did everyone eat?
Um,
I ate a little something.
I'm gonna eat one of my field rations, so I'm down to 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I did the same. Just now.
Okay, cool. Everyone's taking it. And Dumos is gingerly nibbling on his field ration. One little
Maybe
nibble
someone else's too.
You feel a little extra famished?
Don't touch. There are germs. They can be transferred. It's not there. Do you know there's a blight? You can't share food right now. It's not. Why aren't you wearing a mask?
Whisper in my ear. Take your food.
I can't even reach your ear.
Beautiful.
I can't even reach your ear.
You guys are definitely well
love
fed.
it.
Okay, so I think you set off heading across. After maybe an hour of travel, you break out of the thick stand of trees to more open and rolling fields. Can you guys each roll me a perception check, please?
Hold on, I was being snarky in chat.
I don't think any of your passive perceptions are going to do it. Okay. So, I think maybe Gru was distracted by another bug or flower, but Dumos and Jado, you guys both notice a few miles ahead a shimmering, almost like a heat mirage.
Just to continue the theme, is it shining, shimmering, and splendid?
Yes!
Yes!
You can, and if you want, you can actually take
tell me,
Dumos' hand and
princess.
show him the world if you like.
No, we can't. I don't like touching other people.
Okay. Can you roll for a magic carpet?
Can you tell me, princess, when you last let your heart decide?
Okay, I'm taking your inspiration back. Oh, performance roll. Look at you, 15. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, you can keep your inspiration. It's fine. Beautiful. Yeah, it's you see like something like a heat mirage, but it goes way too high up to be coming from the ground, off in the distance. Yeah, but those
Dumos, what do you think that is?
Honestly, I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before.
I don't even
but
know why I ask you questions.
I think that we should go and we should definitely go check it out.
Cool.
Do you trust me?
Perfect.
Let's go look at all the colors of the wind.
Very cool. Okay, so you guys, you make your way. It's nice. It starts to heat up a little bit through the day. It's still very comfortable weather. A few clouds in the sky, but it's beautiful out here. Of course, some of you won't care about that, but I think Gru is super into the landscape, just how lush and vibrant it is.
Yes, it's very nice. Yes.
As you get closer to this vibrating, shimmering mirage, you start to notice it forms.
I mean, Star Wars is owned by Disney now. This is okay.
It works. Yeah, it works. As you get closer, you see it forms like somewhat of a dome. And it doesn't look like it's meant to be hidden, but there's definitely some kind of field here in place. I think Jado, maybe roll me a lore check.
Gru.
No, I'm sorry. Jado and Gru, roll me a technology check. It would make more sense.
Mouse, can you work? Gru, this doesn't make sense. They don't like technology. Why? What are we seeing here? I don't understand.
It doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before.
Okay, yes, we don't expect that from you.
And I've seen a lot.
Okay. So I think both of you would probably know, especially being as tech savvy as you are, that this is some kind of field. It doesn't look like a deflector shield. You know, you've probably heard on certain planets or maybe some of the moons of your own planet how they have like barrier shields around certain bases for the protection against, you know, small meteorites and things like that. Particle shields. This doesn't look like that. It's far too translucent for that, but it definitely seems to be just a thin barrier shield of some kind. And you could probably guess with a 15, its use is maybe meant to be for disruption and not of flesh and bone, but definitely a disruption field.
Yes, but why is it here? Who would have a disruption field around the village of? I didn't write it down.
Xandolin.
That was the name of the planet.
Yeah, that's right. Xandolin is the planet.
Xandolin.
Okay, so you know that that's also spelled with an X, by the way. You know that the village you're going to is Zoresh.
Zoresh. Okay. Yeah.
Zo-
You did say that. I was
Resh.
writing something else.
Yeah.
They don't like technology. There's no reason for this to be here.
Go ahead and roll me a. What was it? It was not lore. What was it? Was it lore?
It was lore.
Technology, lore.
Yeah, roll me a lore at advantage. Okay, so a 22. I think you would know that
Ooh.
in situations like this, Jado, these are fields put in place by the government for this type of settlement. It's not so much for protection. It's something worked out in the treaty, and it's meant to disrupt certain electronics to keep them from getting through, to respect the wishes of those within.
Yes. I mean, I knew that, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
but how? I need my data pad. I can't go in without my data pad. What am I going to do?
Yeah, I think Gru, if you get a little closer to it with a 24, you can examine that it's meant to basically disrupt and
These
end the
anti-technology
charges.
fields. I don't understand why anybody would make this technology. It doesn't make sense.
I think as far as like low powered batteries like data pads and wrist pads and stuff, you're fine, but you know it to be it'll disrupt power packs that are commonly used in like blasters, vehicle batteries and electronic systems. Stuff of that size will all be disabled going through there.
What about vibro swords? Will they work with a vibro sword?
That's what I was just about to ask.
With a 24, you know that there's a pretty good chance just walking a vibro sword through, it's gonna get fried.
So no
Is it
vibro sword.
is it a permanent fry? Do I have to? I don't like leaving things out here.
It'll fry the power pack, not the sword itself. So it'll still be a sword, it just won't have its vibro edge.
Well, I mean, whether it's vibrating or not, it's about as useful in my hands as either way.
Yeah.
So I can bring my wrist pad with me, and I can probably keep my combat suit. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And my field testing kits.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead, since I know that I can't bring those things with me anyway, and we don't know what's going to happen, my blaster pistol, the stuff like that, I'm going to find like a tree trunk to store all of my stuff in.
Fine.
Wait, do we want to store?
Take my sword too.
Or do we want to try to find it? See if there's a different way to get in.
Roll me, Dumos, roll me a investigation check, and Gru, roll me a technology check.
Yes, I'll stand over here doing nothing. It's fine.
I'm going to give you advantage on that, Dumos, because you have plenty of time to like look around. 25 and 25. Okay, so I think you would know that you could possibly rig something up, Gru, to shield your pistol. You could probably work up something with what you've got to maybe shield one or two power packs and get
Okay,
it through.
so I can like do some makeshift, and basically we could bare minimum at least be able to protect ourselves when we go through.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something like, okay. So I'll make it. Am I able to do that to where we each have at least one weapon? We can all pick at least one.
Roll me a flat D20.
All right, you stumped me on that one. Where do I even find that?
Top
just
left
/roll.
in actual. Oh, you can do it in roll 20 right on the left.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There is like
There's
that
a-
little bar
there's a
on the
die.
side. Or you could just do
/roll
/roll space
roll.
d20. Yeah, either way works. Okay. Yeah, I think so. It's not the weapons themselves, right? It's the power packs, which you know. I
Okay.
think with a 14, you could probably get in 3 power packs safely.
Yes. Take the power pack from my sword. Not that I need it. No, it won't do me any good.
Echo my home planet. I saw an episode about this on MacGyver. You can do it.
That was that guy with the chewing gum and the paper clips. Yeah.
An amazing
MacGyver's.
mullet.
Yes. Well,
He's
the
really
mullet-
popular on Korriban,
everything.
I heard.
Not everything is not all hairstyles are perfect.
Hi, Raiders. Thank you so much. Welcome again.
Dun, 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 dun,
Okay,
dun,
cool.
dun.
So I
Dun,
think,
dun,
yeah,
dun.
you can sneak in however you choose to do it. You can sneak in 3 power packs. So you're doing 1 for your blaster, Bunsy,
I think I'm gonna keep a blaster.
and then 1 for each of their vibro swords.
Is that if that's what they want to keep, whatever they want to keep, they can choose. But I
mean,
would say if you have a ranged weapon, that might be the better option because we don't know what to expect. But that's
I mean,
just fine.
I have a vibro sword and a micro scanner. Actually, you know what? Save my micro scanner. You never know. You never
Okay.
you never
Micro
know.
scanner is small enough to be okay, which
Just
Gru
kidding.
would know.
The heck with the micro save.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, this is like the blaster power packs and the vehicles are the main thing trying to be stopped by this. Smaller equipment, although not going to be welcome if it's openly visible, you could get through no problem.
Okay. So then, as a group, we'll talk amongst ourselves, and I'm asking like the group right now. So when we go in, are we gonna do our best, even though we're gonna maybe sneak a few of these things in? We're gonna try to. We all agree we should try to like hide some of this stuff, and not like let them know right away that we have these things.
I mean, they just look like sticks. These people aren't very bright. They won't know. They won't know.
I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
Thank you again, Raiders. Perfect. Okay, so you guys gonna head on through?
All right, we'll go through.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's like a weird sensation, almost like pins and needles a little bit. Not that severe.
Dumos, roll a Constitution check.
Yeah. Let's see if you keep that lunch down. Let's see it. There you go. Oh, 5.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yep. What do we call it before? You drop a what?
Right.
I don't remember now.
Drop a dose.
Drop a dose.
Yeah. No, I think you all feel, you feel that pins and needles. It might be a little more severe for Dumos just because he's feeling a little sick. He's got that sheen of sweat on his forehead that you always get with stomach issues.
Oh,
And so it doesn't feel pleasant, but nothing goes wrong.
It is warm. It is warm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and you pass through and nothing explodes. Everything seems to...
Well,
why did we
of-
hire this
of-
guy? Like,
of
he
course.
just can't do anything.
Of course, nothing exploded. Gru is very good at what she does. That's why I hired her.
There you go. And you're through just fine.
Great. So can we move on now? Are we quite ready to go to the village?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm
So-
ready.
Coming down over the hill as you guys pass under this dome of disruptive energy, you see there's some lightly wooded forest ahead of you. I think as you cap one rise, you see in the distance a beautiful village built into the side of the mountains and hills.
Yes, it's very nice.
Probably about another mile's walk from here, but it looks like it's pretty straight path in. Can pick your way through fairly easily. But I do need you guys to go ahead and each roll me a perception check. That's a good perception check.
Mine never are good.
Well, I can't use my pad right now, so I
I'm looking around more than normal.
Okay, so Jado and Gru, you guys are taking the lead here. Gru's marching through the forest, making good time. You hear something, Gru. It sounds like a low growl. You glance over, you don't see anything immediately. But then, as you look off to your right into the woods, I think you see a pair of eyes, shiny, in the darkness, in the shadows, peek around. And then a snarling white pair of fangs emerges from just below the eyes. Out from the wooded area, out from the shadows, what looks like a cross between a wolf and a large wolf and a rat.
Chat just
6 legs, steps out into the light, followed by 3 buddies. But you notice them right away. They're still a little bit of distance off. Let's see. With a 19, Jado, you notice that these creatures they look wrong. Like, there's indigenous life, there's predators around, obviously. And they look like something you've probably seen before, but there appears to be there's something sticky and very dark black colored on their coats of fur. And it's very clear that there's something wrong with these creatures.
Group. Those don't look right. They don't look right. Look, they're dark, and suddenly it's raining. Apparently.
So can I use nature? Would that be a nature check? Would I know what it's supposed to be? Because obviously these were affected.
Yes, very quickly you can. They're just moving fast. Okay, and you have expertise in this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 24. So you know these to be called Low-Rin. Low-Rin, they are a natural predator, very common around this neck of the woods. Similar to wolves, you know them to be very timid of other humans or other creatures such as you. And attacks are very, very, very few and far between, like only in instances where they're being disturbed or, like come between one of them and their cubs. But these look like they don't care whether they're disturbed or not. They're coming at you and in a hurry. And with a 24 nature check, you know that this greasy black substance on their fur should not be there. It's not a naturally occurring thing. And I'm going to need all of you to roll initiative, please.
Oh, snap, son.
Pushed it.
Jado with the 1. How did you get a 16.11?
We're just about what is
Don't ask me.
0.11? How does that hit?
0.11 to your
I have no idea. My initiative says 0.11. I don't know.
we need to fix that.
I have no idea what it says.
All
You
right.
can ask Masters here. I once again forgot to click my character first, as usual.
Don't worry about it. We're not using that movement, so that's fine.
All right, fair.
I'm making notes of your
Here,
Your
did
initiative.
you? Here, let me show you. Is this what you hit, Gorf? I'll show you.
There's a little button up there up at the top.
In the middle, the
In the
initiative.
middle.
But is
Yeah.
that what you? Okay.
Okay. So
It
you
says
each
armor, initiative, speed.
So
Okay.
you guys saw
Yep.
these guys coming. You will each have an opportunity to perform one action and a movement before they get into combat range. Melee range anyway. So you have an opportunity right now to do an action.
I'm getting behind the big red guy.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna kind of stand back a little bit behind him also. Not so hiding directly behind, but I'm gonna push myself back a little bit.
Because this is what we hired you for. Take care of this.
They are within ranged attack, just so you guys know.
So, sidebar. I
Yes.
don't. Do I know that one yet? The one we talked about today.
You don't know that you can do it, but you can do it and be surprised. If it and I think in this instance with dark,
I think
scary
I would be
wolves-
surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll go with that.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your attack, good sir.
How do we do that?
So this would be okay. We got to set up these macros for next time, but
Okay.
this would be a D20
Oh, I just have to do the
plus your power casting ability, which is 5. So it's going to be a D20 plus 5.
D20. All right. I'm gonna cheat and do that and make it a 15. No one else can see that except us because you're covering it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. There you go.
15 hits. So I think what Gru and Dumos see, Jado gets a little scared, gets a little worried, sees all these snarling beasts coming out of the woods out of nowhere.
I mean, if I could demonstrate.
Sure, please.
Spot on.
So good. So good. So he covers his eyes, waves his hands, and you see a ball of lightning, basically. Not a ball, but like a streak of lightning shoot out from in front of Jado somehow. Go ahead and roll your damage on that, sir, which I believe is...
We just read it.
1d10.
1d10.
5.
Yeah, could have
So-
been better.
Yeah, that's medium. That's average roll.
I'll take it. I don't have a choice.
Okay, so what you see is this streak of lightning jet out from Jado out of nowhere. Probably startles you guys, and engulfs one of the wolves right out in front. You see the electricity kind of sparkle and just go through these things veins for just a second, and the front wolf stumbles down and is very shaken. It gets up slowly. But yeah, it's very hurt. It does not look like it enjoyed that very much. All right, let's see. Dumos, you're up.
Before I think about what I'm gonna do, what's my current hit points?
I believe you're at 7.
Okay, that's what I thought. And there's
Yeah.
4 of them, 5 of them,
4 of them.
4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. What's the square range? Are they like in like an arrow formation? A
Yeah,
V
they're kind
formation?
of spread out. They're not like, they don't look like they're using any kind of special tactics like they would normally hunt and trying to surround you. They're just kind of loping through this field. They're probably about 50, 60 feet away from you.
All right, 60 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the best thing I could do is try to brace myself for the next attack.
Yeah,
Unless
so-
unless I dive in and try to fight all 4.
So there's something in D&D 5th edition called holding action.
Okay.
So you can take this round and hold your action for a specific trigger. So you can say you're going to hold your sword attack until one of them gets it within melee range of you.
All right, then that's what I'll do.
Okay, cool. It's your holding action. All right, Gru, what do you
Holding
want to do?
action.
Okay, first thing. So they're obviously infected. Once we kill them, am I able to take a sample?
We'll see.
I'm gonna use my rockets, my homing rockets.
Okay.
That's one action point. I roll. Let's see. So for damage, it's 1d4 plus 1 R. What is 1 RE? Is that a typo?
Put it in the chat for me.
RE?
Can you click on it in your character list? Let me look.
Just click on the text.
Yeah, let's see. Misfit. It is
Uh,
homing rockets. Okay. Yeah.
Did it do the thing? No,
There you go. I
there
clicked it
is.
for you. There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so you lock onto a target within range and expel a series of 3 small explosives. Each explosive hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range. So 1d4 plus 1. It's explosive damage. For some reason, it just didn't copy over. Okay, So you have 3 of these missiles that all fire at once, and they all auto hit. So, are you trying to target one wolf, or are you trying to spread it across 3?
I believe I can only use this once, right? Once I use these homing rockets, I don't believe I can use this again, right?
I think you can use it as many times as points as you have. As tech points as you have, I believe. Pretty sure.
And I think I have. Okay, I think I can use this again. I'm gonna do this first one to hit all of them.
Okay. So there's just the 3 in front?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
And that's a D20.
So you're going to do /roll.
Mm-hmm.
3d4. Actually, we got to do this. I'm sorry, we got to do this separately. So /roll 1d4 plus 1.
D4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, plus 1. Thank you.
Nice, max damage on the first one. Now if you hit the up arrow key and enter, it'll roll those again. Max damage, max damage. Okay, one more. Nice. Incredible roll for the homing rockets. Very nice. Okay, so
I told you this is why I hired her.
yeah. So what does
Very
this look
nice.
like,
I
Gru?
mean, this big red guy's not being very useful yet.
Let them get closer.
So what does this look like, Gru, when you fire these
So
homing rockets?
I imagine these rockets are kind of like the way. So they're probably gonna maybe come from my wrist pad,
Okay.
seeing as that's the only thing that I have. They're not like anything glamorous or anything like that, but they like are a just in case type thing.
Yeah.
They're obviously, I'm gonna say they're mechanical, and they just. It's actually probably humorous the way they look. Like you don't think they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, basically that's
Okay.
what it is. It's not anything like
It's a
bam,
Minecraft
bam, bam.
firework
It's
rocket.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Basically, yes. That would yes.
Beautiful. Okay, so what you guys see happen is these 3 rockets go streaking out, zip, 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 striking the one in the front, who already took some lightning damage from our pal Jado, and yeah, just blackened with fire damage. Like they look kind of pathetic, but when they hit, they look like they hit mean. So this front wolf goes tumbling down, head over heels, and is not moving. And then boom, boom, to the left and right, 2 more explosions. The wolves take the hit, and they do not look happy or healthy. There you go. Is that it for your turn? You want to do anything with your movement or bonus action?
Not yet.
Nope.
We'll save it. We'll save it for next time
Okay. Cool.
if I need it.
Where do I see my actions?
Your actions, basically, it's anything that you can really think of. Each round is 6 seconds. So it's
Right.
anything you can think of to do within that 6 seconds. So you can make your action to like make a check, make a skill check, to make an attack, to take a defensive stance, to ready an attack. All these things are actions. Anything you want to tell me to do, you can have basic like quick conversations with each other during combat that don't count against your actions. Bonus actions are for more minor abilities.
Okay.
Sorry, I was reading.
Okay, so
Right
what you
click
guys
that.
see happens. This front wolf tumbles, stops moving, boom, boom, another couple hits after the lightning, and then 3 wolves are still launching their way, trying to gain as much ground as they can, and they do. They come right up in front of you guys, snapping and snarling, and your reaction goes off, Gorf, as one comes right lunging up towards your neck. Vibrosaur, boom, swings down. I think maybe it caught you a little off guard, and it just swings wide because it came up so quick, and you missed your swing on it. Poof, right into the dirt beside it.
Grew. We chose poorly.
But that was your surprise round because you saw them coming. That was your reaction. So now you have a full action as well, Dumos. Another shot. There you go. With a 14
there
and
we go.
9 damage. Okay, so I think maybe Jado turns to say, we did a bad job with and as you do so, you see a wolf cleaved in half. with this sword. You see, he takes a quick swing, but then he
Okay,
makes it
fine.
look like a feint, comes back around, and yeah, 2 pieces of wolf end on the, or Loran, excuse me, 2 pieces of Loran land on the ground. Thump, thump.
It's very
Yeah,
interesting.
that's
that,
better.
that black color it's on them.
All right. Anything you want to do with your movement or your bonus action there, Dumos?
Well, I want to stay right here in the action.
Okay. Nice. Okay, very cool. So you see, now there's 2 wolves left. They don't seem to care about their fallen brethren. One is going towards, one's going towards Gru, one's going towards Jado. So you can move in either direction if you like. You're all pretty close together, so it doesn't make too much of a difference, but that is up to you.
I'm.
Dumos, I mean.
Oh, yeah, right.
So you're just going to hold tight and just kind of wait?
Just remember, Dumos, I'm squishy.
Okay, cool. So, what's going to happen here is they're going to be 1 attack against Gru. With a 21, I'm pretty sure that's going to hit.
Stay away from my assistant.
Why isn't Dumos getting those rolls? Bruh.
Okay, they rolled really bad on their damage, so
Yes.
Gru, one comes up to you, snarling and snapping, bites at your arm. You manage to get your arm up in time, but yeah, you definitely feel some teeth sink in through your cloth, through your little bit of armor that you're wearing, and bite down, but you're able to withstand the damage. Now I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Strength.
And which
I
one's
have no
which one's
strength.
which one's the saving? Which one's the not saving?
Saving throws should be listed up top. Let me look here. Yeah. Saving throws are listed on. They're the topmost box where it actually says saving throw.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yep. Wow, 16. Okay, so you managed to not get knocked on your butt. This thing hits, but you're able to like shake it off, deflect it down, and it lands on the ground and looks back at you, snarling, hungry for blood. And the second one's going to attack Mr. Jado.
No, I'm behind Dumos.
That's a +2, so that's 16. 16 hit, I believe.
Yeah, shut up.
Okay. Okay, so this one again snaps at you, makes some purchase with its jaws. You take 3 points of piercing damage. Also, Gru, if you didn't mark off, you took 2 points of piercing damage as well. And then I need you to make a strength saving throw, please, Jado. Nice.
Wow.
19.
Okay.
With a -1 and the 0 saving. Okay, so yeah, you were able to deflect this one off too. You do not get knocked prone, and the wolf is standing in front of you, snarling and snapping. We are to Gru. Is your chance to go?
All right. I'm going to do 2 things. I'm staying where I'm at. I can use my rockets a second time,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use a skill after, because I don't believe, even if I got max, how many hit points does each have right now?
You don't know that.
We do. Okay. I'm going to use my rockets again, and I'm going to use them towards all 3. So
Okay. There's 2 left, so you can do 2 at one and 1 at the other.
all right, so I want to do 2 at probably the one that seems to be more hurt,
Okay.
or that we've definitely done more damage.
Yeah, there's definitely
to.
one that you've hit with your first rocket, and one that's completely undamaged.
Okay, so I want to see if let's do 2 at the one that's more damaged to try to finish him, and then the 3rd rocket at the one that's not damaged.
Okay.
Finish him.
Go ahead and roll your /roll D4 +1. Roll it 3
What did I
times.
just hit? What did I just hit? It gave me like all. There we go. /roll What was it? I want to remember. Hang on. I'm sorry. I want to remember what I did without.
Sure.
It's not there. It doesn't. Oh, 1/roll. 1d4 plus 1.
There you go.
1, 2.
And then up and enter 2 more times to roll all of your damage after you do the first one. Max damage again. Okay, 3 and 4. Wow, rolling great damage. So, yeah, the 5 and the 3 obliterate the wolf in front of you. Both hit. I think they both like sink in, and you just hear boom, boom, and the wolf convulses for half a second, and yeah, collapses on the ground, completely dead. The second one takes the hit to the side. Poof, little sizzle flies across. It looks back at you. It's engaged with Jado, but it looks back at you, the source of its attack, and gives you a nasty looking snarl. Is that all you want to do with your turn?
Nope. I'm going to use my bonus action.
Okay.
The one that I just clicked that's in the chat right now, that Ionic Bond.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go ahead
Ionic
and
Bond.
cast
All right,
that.
cool. So you need to roll an attack with your tech casting modifier. So it's going to be a D20 plus whatever your tech casting modifier is.
Which I believe is
6. So D20 plus 6. Okay. That actually hits. Just barely. So you see this lance of ion energy leash out from Gru's wrist pad, kind of wraps around the wolf almost like a transparent rope. Think Wonder Woman's lasso of truth almost. Wraps around. I need you to roll 1d8 damage, please. Just / roll 1d8. Three. So this wolf snarls, yelps a little bit as this electric energy surrounds it, and it fights against the ropes that are holding it in place, but can't break free. And you see another jolt of electricity just surge through this wolf. He's still standing, but he's looking pretty beat up. All right, Jado, you have a snarling, drooling, red-eyed wolf with 6 legs standing in front of you.
Yes, and I have a snarling, drooling, red-eyed, large man next to me. I think what I would do here is well, I mean, there's a it's clearly has the blight. So I don't want it to touch me. So I would probably back up and you know, as I do so well.
Boom, you're gonna do you force push it away?
Yes, although I don't know what that is yet.
Okay. So once again, just out of pure fear and adrenaline, you reach out your hand. You guys feel a burst of energy come forth.
I was gonna go
out
for a
of
rock,
Jado.
but I think I'm going straight for just the wolf itself.
Okay.
Did a thing.
He did a thing. You guys definitely felt something. I think you, actually, Dumos, do me a favor and roll a perception check with advantage.
Ooh, spoilers.
Me? Did you say me?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. Okay. Just want to make sure.
I just unplugged my headphones. Hold on. I'm back.
And I'm going to go ahead and roll a strength saving throw. For the wolf, this is going to be at +2. Okay. It's going to be a pass. Okay, so you reach out your hand. On a failed save, the creature or object moves a number of feet in a direction of your choice. Tiny creature or object. Okay, so this is not a tiny creature. This is a medium creature.
That direction would be away.
Yeah, the direction would be away. Although its strength is pretty good. Claws lock in place. But you, Dumos, could you roll me a perception check, please? I'm sorry, I said Jado. I meant Dumos.
Oh.
Really
You
good
might-
perception check, though. Really
You
good.
might have-
Right? That's
you
usually
notice-
how it goes.
Dumos, use mine. Use mine.
You notice really well that the wolf doesn't go anywhere when you try to push it.
Well, I didn't try to push it.
You perceive very well. Yeah, it doesn't. It passed its saving throw, so it doesn't move or budge. But man, his fur sure ripples back with that burst of energy. Dumos with an 18.
I'm also, while I'm doing that, by the way, backing up behind the red guy again, which is where I was
Okay.
supposed to be in the first place.
So I'll let you know this since we're new to the campaign. If you back out of a creature,
Yeah,
that
okay,
you're-
that's what I was worried about.
if you're engaged with, it will get an attack of opportunity unless you
All right.
disengage, which I don't know if you have as a bonus action yet.
I don't see any bonus actions.
Okay, we'll figure that out between now. But we'll say
Fair
for
enough.
now, you hold your ground so you don't take
Okay.
that attack. Okay, Dumos, you feel something. Not like physically from the force of the blast, although it's definitely something noticeable that would be strange. In your time of training, and I
have to
imagine
roll
Dumos has
Constitution
spent
check.
many thousands of hours
Many.
training physically, meditating. Some maybe monks that you've encountered before might call it their chi or something like that. A certain energy inside you. It feels
meditation.
warm.
Meditation is stupid.
Yeah, it feels warm and comfortable to you and inviting. But there's definitely real power behind it, and you just felt it surging out of Jado. And it's something you've never experienced from another being before, other than yourself. But you definitely recognize it.
We're friends now.
So Dumos, it comes back around to your turn.
All right, so hold on, let me check out this real quick. Do. I can feel it. That something's crazy going on, and I can recognize it. I recognize it in Jado.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna dash back out with sword. I'm
Okay,
gonna dash back out with sword.
make that attack. Oh yeah, 17 hits, 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
Dear heavens.
Okay, there we go. That's what we've been waiting for.
So you
Hit
feel
that, be
this.
like,
and-
can you feel it now?
Can you feel?
I think you feel this surge of power within you from this sudden connection that you have with Jado. And the strength just absolutely flows through you without even thinking, just like as a basic reaction. Your body takes over. You move fluidly in, and just with a single cleave, behead the lower end. Lands on the ground, and all the wolves around you and the snarling that was left over from this one wolf falls silent. For a few moments, there's a few heartbeats where you're kind of panting. I think maybe Jado's a little shaken and afraid. Gru probably feeling pretty good about herself after taking care of a couple wolves. And from the direction of the woods, you hear little
Can I do a nature? Will nature?
I
Can I
think at this
tell
point-
animals by that?
You know what? Roll a nature
that a
check. It's
thing?
going to be a pretty high DC, but go ahead and roll it.
I don't like being that close to live animals.
Okay. Yeah. I think you recognize it, Bunzi, as a Lorin. But much, much bigger than the four that just came out of the woods. I think you know with that nature check that these are packs. They run in packs, and there's always a leader who's
Alpha.
normally. Go ahead.
The alpha.
The alpha.
Mhm.
You know that they don't normally get on the fight unless they have to. They save their strength for fighting for dominance among the pack, and let the others do the hunting for them. But Big Boy comes round in the corner out of the woods, head in your direction. Looks pretty much the same as the other ones. Maybe, 50, 60 kilos heavier. Just super muscled and deranged looking. Once again, you see the black tar smeared across its skin. And you are Gru. It is your action as it comes charging out of the woods. Slowly at first, peeking around the corner. Not timidly, just looking around to see what's taken his hunting party so long. And then starts galloping towards your direction.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and cast this cryo. I'm going to use my fast reflexes right now and go ahead and just by deep, just don't even think about it. Just turn around and cast it. I believe this is, I put it in the chat just so I can make sure.
Make a ranged tech attack. Okay, cool. So D20 plus 6. Ooh, okay. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 to kinetic damage. That does not hit. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target each creature within 5 feet. Okay, so it's just it. So it's going to have to make a dex saving throw. These things are strong, but not very fast. This is at a -1. Okay, it fails its saving throw, so go ahead and roll 2d6 cold damage.
Do I get an extra +1 for the dex on top of that for the special effect?
This would be more if you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so it's a roll D. What was it? I'm sorry.
2d6. Yeah, just 2d6. Okay. 6 damage. Boom. So what does it look like when you shoot this cryogenic blast?
I just kind of turn around and it's the same almost. It almost looks like I threw a snowball.
Mm-hmm.
So like anything that I do, like it sounds really, really awesome. But like when you see, because it's all almost like I've built all of my, like these things are real, but as far as my type goes,
Sure.
I've done it myself. So they're all like made from spare parts and this here and that. So none of them work as designated, but like they're dinky and you don't think that they're going to be something cool, but then they wind up like.
I like that. So it's like cobbled together tech. Like some of these things don't really exist, and you've tinkered with it over time, and with your obsessive nature over this kind of stuff. But I love the fact that it looks like Jubilee from X-Men every time you do a power. It's all fireworks, except for you're actually useful.
Jubilee did stuff. She distracted people.
She distracted. Look at the fireworks.
Wait a minute, this is my job.
So, but I mean, the stuff hits like a ton of bricks. So you see this shard of cryogenic energy that doesn't sound as cool as it looks, kind of fizzles. Poof. But when it hits, you see the wolf grunt from the side, and part of its fur and stuff is now like icicles and frozen stiff, and he's shaking it off as he runs towards you. Jado, it's your turn.
I got nothing. There's
Jado
still
faints.
one right in front of me, right? So I can't.
Nope, that one's dead.
Okay, so I could. Gru, are you okay? And are you okay?
Good. Do something.
I'm gonna go and put my hand on her shoulder and ask her if she's okay.
Nice. Okay. A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your forecasting ability modifier, which I believe is 5.
No idea. Is that my power attack bonus?
Mm-hmm.
That is 5.
Okay, so roll 1d8 plus 5, please, kind sir.
9.
All right. So, so this is not something that you can do at this point. You run up to.
I'm checking. She's not great, but she has good technology, and I kind of like her. She's okay. I guess. I want to make sure she's okay.
So once again, Dumos, you feel another surge of energy. And out of sheer instinct, Buns, he runs over to you and puts his hand on your shoulder, and you feel just the strange sensation like you've never felt before. In words, to the naked eye, he's just comforting you. Are you all right? Do I need to heal you? But you feel on your arm, Wolverine style, taking it back to the X-Men, those bite marks from that wolf stitch up completely, almost instantly, and heal over. You definitely regain back all of your hit points, so you're back to full.
I'm still squishy.
It probably looks very weird to you, and it definitely feels unbelievable. Like this is some weird stuff happening right now.
Can I heal myself? I realize I just used it, so I can't. But
I believe yes.
reference?
I believe
Okay.
yeah. You can touch.
I mean, it would be I would be doing this.
When I think about you.
On that note,
You can. Yes, the answer is yes. You can heal yourself. That's. You already used the power, however, so you're gonna.
no,
have
I
to-
was curious for later.
Okay, for future
You
reference.
heal your
yes.
wounds, but your eyesight is getting worse.
Ew. Family friendly.
Oh my lord. Okay. It just went. The show went PG-13 for just a few minutes. We'll dial it back. Oh my lord. So, yeah. Did that end your turn?
I certainly don't think I can do anything else.
We hope.
Okay. We're gonna go back up to Dumos.
All right, Dumos is gonna do big things here, I believe.
What is our distance?
Right now he's closing the gap, probably about 30 feet away from you.
30 feet?
Mm-hmm.
All right. At 30 feet, I'm gonna go sword again.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna go sword again, and
you
what I'm gonna do
charge
is
up.
I'm gonna say again.
So you're charging up at him. You're gonna meet him halfway.
I am. I'm gonna meet him halfway.
Roll that attack. I love to see it. 18 definitely hits. 6
Okay,
damage.
Let's go.
Boom. So you run up this snarling, huge wolf charging out of the woods, dripping fangs, looking very rabid. Sword comes down and boom, right across the side, leaves a huge gash in this creature's size. It howls out in anger, but it is still on its feet.
All right. So if I met it at the 15 mark, then how about I dash forward 15 and then I dash back. Let's say I dash back 10.
Okay, so what I was telling Jado before, you're in melee combat with this thing now. You're engaged with it.
Right.
If you leave its combat
okay.
range, it'll get a free attack on you.
Oh, never mind. Did I stay right there?
Okay.
That's what I meant to say.
All right, so we're back around to his turn. He's definitely going to roll an attack on you.
You don't think he's gonna roll roll over and let us pet his tummy?
Does a 16 hit? I think that's over your AC. Pretty sure it does.
He just did a thing.
Oh,
Oh.
max damage on a D6 plus 1. How many hit points did you have, Dumos?
7.
You had 7,
No,
right?
Wait, I thought I'd see 13.
I think is that your armor class? Let me look.
I don't think you're.
I thought someone said 7 earlier. I'm okay being wrong.
Yeah,
I see-
you do have at level 1. You were very squishy. You have 7 hit points, so you are reduced exactly to 0 hit points. So I think what happens is you come up, you get a good slice across this thing's side, and just out of reactionary, it swats at you, almost as an afterthought, right across the side of the head, leaving some scratches across your neck and face, and you fall unconscious. However, because you fell to exactly 0, you are not dying. You're knocked out. Okay? Just for future reference, how death works in 5e. On each of your rounds, if you're knocked to below 0 hit points, you will make a death saving throw, which is just a flat 20, unless you have some kind of bonus to that from a feat. 10 and higher is a pass, and anything below 10 is a fail. If you fail 3, you die, outright die. If you pass 3, you stabilize and come back to 0 hit points, stable. Okay, make sense?
Oh no! Oh no!
But
Oh no! I hope you got all the rolls out of your system.
But you are stabilized, so you're okay. So you don't have to make those death rolls. Okay, so man, that was max damage on that roll. Very unfortunate. Okay.
Way to take one for the team.
Gru.
I hope you can hear me.
Do we get our credits back?
I think we get more because he's probably got some other stuff on him.
All right, Gru, you're go. What do you want to do? You just got one shot. Thump. She's broken.
A moment, please.
She needs a minute.
Ooh, are those lucid sounds? You like
Yes, they are. I love these so much. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and is there a way? Am I able to roll to see how much hit points?
As
this
an
thing has
engineer,
left?
I think there's a
Probably
tech power
not.
to do that.
And I don't believe that I actually have that.
Look, I can tell you if it's looking hurt or not, and yes, it is looking hurt.
Okay.
Generally, when I say that, it means it's below half of its total hit points.
Okay.
So yeah, it's looking pretty haggard. It's been hit several times already.
We can go ahead and shoot some more rockets.
Okay.
That was.
So what? You'll have one tech point after this.
Yes.
Okay.
One more.
All right, fire away, and all 3 can hit, and that's an auto hit. So go ahead.
It's /roll. What was it? 4.
/roll 1d4 plus
1. 1d4. 1d4.
Plus 1.
See, I knew there was a 4 in there.
Yep. All right. Roll it 2 more times. 8 damage. 9, 10 damage. Okay. So you see once again, you see as Dumos is falling to the ground, falling backwards, these 3 more tiny little missiles fly out.
And as I shoot, though, because I have my fast reflexes, I'm going to shoot those really fast, and I'm going to jump, and I'm going to grab him so he doesn't, straight up just go on the floor.
Okay, so you're going to
On
kind
the
of cushion
ground.
his landing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
what keeps him from dying, straight out.
Run over and I'm just going to, slide over and just, grab him so that he doesn't just,
Okay, make a... You know what? Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my God, no way! Why did you do this to me? Now it's all over. It's all over.
I want to see if you
My
can get there in
awesome
time.
plan.
That's
It's not
all. But
gonna
you get a plus
happen.
1
Now I'm
from
gonna
those
miss
herbs.
him. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't think this is gonna go very well though. I'm sorry, fam. I tried.
Hey!
Oh,
Very nice.
snap, son!
Yeah.
I saved you.
So,
Yes.
3, in a blink of an eye, the world's still moving slow for you, right? In the
Yes.
blink of an eye, you launch those, you run up, your full movement, catch like a 90s romance novel cover, catch Dumos in your arms,
Fabio.
lay him down gently, and you see 3 tiny little, not very dangerous looking missiles embed themselves inside this giant wolf, and you hear kind of a sickening boom, boom, boom. And as his insides become jelly, he falls to the ground dead.
Dum 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 dum.
What do you want to do?
Trido, can you help?
I need to sit.
Can you help? Is there anything you could do for Dumos?
Yeah, I have the give life. But do I want to use it now, or do we want to take a short rest?
I have field rations.
It's early. It's kind of early in the day. No. See, I don't have a lot of healing yet. That's the problem. And the healing that I do have, I don't know about.
Yeah.
So I would probably go do the same thing that I did for Gru, and go and put my hand on Dumos and say, it's gonna be okay, buddy. You
Yeah, I think.
big red useless piece of crap.
Give me a at advantage. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's a
Okay,
terrible
so
throw.
with a 20, because you're at advantage, I think with your high wisdom score and knowing, I think you kind of know that the healing that you saw through Gru's arm came from you, and I think maybe Jado would know. To maybe let's try focusing that again. See if we can do it again. See if it works.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your D8 plus your 5.
Again, I'm lazy about this.
So 8 points. Okay, so with a gasp, Dumos, you wake up. And you have full hit points, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, once again, as you're waking up, you just feel the gashes across your neck bloody. The blood is still there, but the gashes heal up. The throbbing that was in your head quickly subsides as you feel that familiar power pulsing through you.
Looks like I took care of that low Ren.
Actually, you didn't do much. I think technology is
He's alive and he made it.
is
I
the
thought
real-
he was going to be a
the real
goner.
winner here.
Yep, he's
But-
alive.
But are both of you seem to be well healed, and I'm still down to 4.
So I want to see if I can collect some samples from these animals that we
Okay.
just killed.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Uh,
I also want to inspect them as well.
Okay, cool.
This black goo is interesting.
So now that you get a better up close view of it, you notice
Also,
that
we
this...
totally brought first aid kits, right? That was a thing that we got at that store that you
I
said we
think
could have
you
thought
for
of later.
sure.
I
Yeah,
have an
yeah,
explorer's pack, and there should
Definitely.
be one in it.
I definitely
we
would have
need
brought some healing kits or
Yeah,
something.
for sure. I think you have a standard med kit. You don't have Colto tanks yet. Those are very rare and expensive.
Yeah,
But you
I
have a basic med kit and trauma kit, sure.
like 5 of those. That seems fair.
No, I would say you would take one. Going for a scientific experiment, I don't think you'd be
That's fair.
thinking that you're going to need them so much. But yeah, you definitely have one. A trauma kit and a med kit.
Okay.
So as you're looking at this this goo on the wolf's fur the low Ren's fur are matted with it. As you take a closer look, Gru and Jado, you see it's almost like very deep. Like when you look into it, almost like a starry night sky. It's got that little bit of glow to it. As you go to take a scoop, I'm going to need both of you guys to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Wow. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So as you touch it, I think, Gru, you just kind of feel a cold shiver run down your spine. It might make you stop for a minute. You're able to collect your sample just fine. But something feels cold and wrong and sick in the pit of your stomach, and you feel this, but it has no effect on you. You're able to shake it off and back up. Same with you, Jado. Except for with you, you feel something trying to invade your mind. It's hard for you to put into words, but it would be like your mind is a house and someone is outside trying to pick the lock and break in through the front door. You're able to hold it steady, but you definitely understand that something was worming its way into your mind, even though you're able to resist.
So I guess I'm outside of character for a second. So I guess
Okay.
all I probably know from all of that is like it's just bad. That's basically what all of this is telling me. It's bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I think like outside of the game in real life, you would probably have felt this feeling before, kind of that like that weird ominous sense of dread you get sometimes.
like that gut feeling.
That
like,
gut, yeah, that gut
no.
feeling of dread. You know, the cold shiver down your spine. That's kind of what you can relate this to.
Okay, so I don't know what it is. I don't have any sense of like it's not like I'm having like some kind of flashback to like this feels familiar, right? It's just I get a feeling like okay, this is way worse than what we thought. Okay.
Yeah. I think with a natural 20 on your wisdom saving throw, you probably understand that that feeling that you got was not from this dead Loren. It's from the substance that it's covered with.
Okay.
And Jado, you know the same thing. It's clearly the source of whatever was trying to worm its way into your mind.
So one thing that we know for sure is whatever this so what we have officially figured out then is whatever this thing is, it in some way or we don't know that maybe we realize it right now, but this is like almost mind controlling. Like it'll consume you by being in it or around it.
So even though you rolled a natural 20, you don't have the senses to understand that. Jado does.
Okay.
So you were very good wisdom check, as best as you could get. So you know something's wrong about this goo. I think for Gru, being so tech and nature focused, I think maybe you think maybe this is some kind of this. You definitely identify it as the blight, right?
Okay.
A source of poison that should be not touched. It would definitely have like absorbed through your skin. That's kind of where your mind is going with this, right? A very scientific view of things. Whereas I think, Jado, you too, with your medical background and scientific mind, you would normally go that direction, but there's something deeper going on here.
There's something I don't quite understand. I don't like not knowing. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Fern Gully.
Mm-hmm.
The oil monster.
Very Fern Gully oil monster.
That's a
Dumos, you doing anything?
Just watching.
Good. Okay,
Just
so
looking at all my kills. Looking at all my kills over here, how I saved everybody.
Are you guys gonna be? Are you guys want to do anything else with these creatures, or are you moving on?
I mean, we should definitely take some samples from.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
for
you're definitely
sure.
able. You saved. You're definitely able to take a sample in your vials. You have one each. You can try again for more.
Also, my arm's still bleeding. I should probably use a med kit.
Cool. I think at this point, because like you said, your character is very smart. You know that the village is not too far away, and you've taken very little damage. Total. I think you would know it's not life-threatening at this point.
I mean, it's
completely up to
damage.
What's that?
Yeah, that's fine. I said it's a third of my damage, but okay.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I mean, if you want to use a medkit, that's absolutely your call. I'm just letting you know. Yeah.
If you don't think I don't need to, then
I'm real nice the first couple sessions, so I'm going to say you don't need to.
I was gonna tell you know what though, even if you didn't say that, I was gonna just say don't use your
Yeah.
kit yet.
So
I'm really
and
nice
with
the
your-
first couple sessions. Meanwhile, Dumos dead on the ground.
That was just an unfortunate roll, okay? That was max damage.
Masters has a point.
Yeah.
My character is smart.
Although, Dumos, you look at seeing these things on the ground, that's probably worth some decent XP. Yeah. Okay. Anything else you guys want to do here?
Can you guys examine the meat?
Anybody want to question why this guy can do lightning things?
It's true. So Gru and Dumos, like we know, you've sensed this power and you recognize it. And Gru, you just saw your business, basically your project lead, shoot lightning out of his hands and heal you with some kind of magical power.
And bring Dumos back from the dead.
Mm-hmm.
I
And-
think
yeah.
right now, I know that my character noticed that, but I think she's more processing like because she's very nature and she likes like the plants and things like that. I think more than anything she feels angry right now in some type of way because we just had to kill those animals.
Sure.
So I think that while she registered like he touched me and healed me and like all of the other things that happened and then throw in the flower from earlier, I think that I'm on that brain wave of like I just want to get to the village right now.
Sure. Okay. Speaking of which, so you were feeling good during the fight, Gru. Now that like the adrenaline is wearing off and the day has worn on, you're feeling real tired. You've definitely got that hangover that I'm sure you felt before going on. You are at 1 level of exhaustion. Okay, which means you're gonna have disadvantage on any skill-based checks for the rest of the day until you can get some sleep.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, you can see the village. You make your way across the last mile or so over some paths. As you get closer, there are actual like dirt roads, very well maintained and manicured. As you get close, even like outside of the village, maybe a few small, well manicured ponds, and little stone paths, or for like almost like zen areas of look like maybe small parks, places for meditation, that kind of thing. And like I said before, this is very built into the landscape around it. So you have houses built carefully and beautifully around the existing rock masses, carved into the hills using the natural cover of the hill and the mountain and the rock. All of the buildings here, as you start to walk in, just kind of resonate like attention to detail that you really only see some like from the highest skilled artisans. The posts, the doorposts and stuff and inlays you see are very well carved and beautiful, all made out of very natural objects. But one thing you notice as you guys are walking closer and closer to the city, and I think it stands out, especially to you, Jado, with your high passive perception. As you've got further and closer to this village, the sounds of the forest that were so overpowering miles ago have almost gone away to nothing. There are a few birds, a few chirps here and there, but it's died down almost to a point of being eerie. And probably creeps you out a little bit. I think along your way, maybe you see a non-predatory bird flying by, looking like it's suffering, and you probably noticed a little bit of the black blight on it. And now that you're in the village proper, you see a buzz of activity. These humanoid creatures, which you catch a quick glance, they look mostly human. There is a small layer of fur covering their faces and forearms that you can see. Their nose is much flatter than a human, with 2 elongated slits along here. And as you get a little closer, you see that most people are busy at work. You see several almost like soldier-like guards. They look like they're wearing some kind of light armor, running by with wheelbarrows, and just there's a lot of stuff happening. And I need you to go ahead and make, let's see, Jado, you can make a wisdom check, and the other 2 can make a perception check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dumos, you can make a check if you like. Okay. So, yeah, I think what you basically gather, it's not like a state of emergency yet, but it's like on the cusp. But you see things happening, and people are not really paying you a lot of attention as you're walking in. You see some things happening, and maybe in one of the wheelbarrows going by, you see that goo. And maybe you see some gloves and some protective gear, but you see some of this blight being carried away quickly. And you can tell the whole air of the place is bad, and everyone seems to be under stress and definitely lacking some sleep.
So I guess we head to Florin.
Yes, we have to find Magistrate Florin. But before we go, I need you to remember that these people they don't like technology. So don't bring up your technology while you're here. It's not a good idea.
I know, we know. We'll be very careful. I promise.
Yes, good.
Okay. You guys gonna look around for the magistrate?
Probably. Yep.
Okay, how you gonna go about doing that?
Should we rest first?
Do we want to walk around and find her first, and then we can do the rest like at the end, like when we wrap up tonight? Like maybe just get the context of where she's gonna send us, and then.
Oh yeah, we totally can. I'm only thinking you're at a disadvantage, and my rolls like are a disadvantage.
It might not matter.
Yeah, that's true.
All of our roles are at I forgot about that. Now that you said that, now I'm like, all right, maybe I say we do what Gorfunyon said. We can rest. You want? Can we find like an inn?
We don't have to rest for long, right? Like, what time of the day is it right now? I mean, we just had this like massive fight. We're like, yeah. I mean, I just came back from almost dead.
It's mid-afternoon.
Nearly dead.
It's mid-afternoon. You set out pretty early. It wasn't that far, so I would say it's probably 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
I think we should find the magistrate first.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree with Batman.
Where is she?
What? Why are you asking me? I don't know.
All right, I say we look for what are inns called around here. There has to be something that's like, I'm out of character right now. There has to be something that's like.
I mean, she's
equivalent.
probably at the state house thing.
All right, so let's go to the state house.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'd say you can make a you can walk around without asking anyone, just kind of get your lay of the town. So
it's not a big town.
It's not that big, no.
It's a village.
Few hundred people. As you start coming around the corner out of the main entrance of the village, you round a bend, and you see out in the wooded area surrounding this western side of the village, where there would be fields. You can tell there's fences and things that are made for crops. You see thousands of black, gooey tendrils spreading out from deeper within the forest. You see people frantically working, trying to shovel, light fires, do everything they can to beat this blight back. But it just looks like it's flowing like water, more like molasses out of the jungle around, and they're trying to beat it back. And I need you, Dumos, and you, Jado, to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Okay.
Is that just clicking wisdom?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so Gru, I think the three of you are walking around and you come to this site, and you're taken aback by it, certainly, because it's like looking at the aftermath of a natural disaster, or a natural disaster that's in the process of happening, and it's pretty terrifying. And you see Dumos and Jado collapse on the ground beside you, just fall into heaps, thump thump. Their eyes roll back in their head. They fall down. They seem to be breathing, but they are on the ground, unconscious. Jado and Dumos, when you open your eyes back up, it's a black sky, dark clouds rolling over. It's very eerily reminiscent of the village that you just came into, except for everything is muted and dark. A storm is definitely rolling in.
Are we in the Upside Down?
I was gonna say.
I was just about
Think
to
of the
say.
Upside Down from Stranger Things. You see these tendrils flowing out towards you, and inside of your mind, you know very clearly that this is not an outside voice. You hear, "Consume."
Are we both awake inside here?
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys okay? What the heck just happened?
They're still for you, Gru. They're still on the ground, passed out.
Oh, they're not okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dumos, what, this is good.
No.
Maybe
Let me
if
consume.
if we concentrate really hard and tell it to go away.
I'm not afraid of you.
You can hear that too, right?
Yes, of course I can hear it too.
I think as you guys are talking, these tendrils lash out around your ankles, crawl over your body, over your arms, and then it feels like you were plunged into an ice bath, both of you.
Dumos, in hindsight, maybe backing up would have been smarter.
In your mind, Jado, you see this vision of a bunch of dark creatures coming from the woods. You feel yourself reaching your hand out toward them. You see your wounds on your arm as you extend your hand start to heal up, and you feel a power, cold and dark, surge through you as these creatures start to collapse one by one, and you feel yourself growing stronger and your wounds healing. Dumos, you see these creatures gathering around you, beckoning you forward, and as you look ahead, you see a dark throne on top of the hill. With it's almost like it's built out of these bodies of these dark creatures, and they're beckoning you forward, and you know that if you just take the seat of your ancestors, that all the power you could ever wish for will be yours.
It doesn't feel right. Like it doesn't. I can't.
Are you resisting?
I am resisting.
Okay. Go ahead and make
And
a wisdom
And
save,
I am
please.
fighting.
Okay. Both of you make a wisdom save for me, please.
Wait, was it?
I hold you back.
So Jado, what is it? How are you? Like, what do you say? What does it look like when you're resisting these dark forces?
It's not. It's hard to describe. It's nothing I'm doing or I'm thinking it and I am very smart. So I am my brain is very strong. Probably stronger than my arms, and it's just I can feel that it wants to control me, but it can't do that. It can't.
Okay. So we snap back to Gru. You see your two friends collapse on the ground. You rush forward. Like, what the heck is wrong with you guys? And as you go to maybe shake them awake or whatever, see what the heck is going on, Jado's eyes flutter open, maybe gasping for air. And a few moments later, but it seems a lot longer to you, Dumos. The fight for you is a lot more difficult. What does it look like when we see Dumos standing here in front of this throne, in front of these beckoning followers?
Like, what does it look like from my perspective? Is that
What does it look like for Dumo inside?
There's this sensation inside, like drawing me. Almost, I can't fight this sensation. Like it's where I'm supposed to be, but there's a part of me that also says I shouldn't, and it's this internal struggle. It's almost like I feel like I can't focus. I can see stuff happening around me, but at the same time, like all I can focus on is this direction, this throne, this voice, this presence calling me to it.
Yeah.
And it's so overwhelming that I have no idea what's going on around.
Yeah. So with a low wisdom save like that, I think maybe from your perspective, you know it's wrong and you want nothing more than to resist, but you feel your body start to take a step forward towards the throne, and that's when your eyes flutter open. And you're back with a bright but starting to dim sky above you, and Gru standing there looking concerned. And that is where we're going to end it for the night.
Hey!
And scene.
GG's.
GG, guys. Well
Hey,
done.
nobody died completely.
No one died completely.
nobody died all the
Nearly
way.
dead.
Nobody went full dead.
I'm not dead yet.
Nearly dead.
Yes, you are.
I want to go for a walk.
You guys did amazing for your first time around. That was awesome.
Oh,
No,
thanks,
it was,
everybody.
It was the DM, for sure.
No, you guys.
Thanks,
picked it up.
Wolf.
Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate you, pal.
Yeah,
Thank you, everyone,
yeah.
for that came out and hung out, especially for our first time ever doing this on Twitch over here. It was incredible.
Right?
And the raids. Hey, Liam, how's it going?
It's definitely different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys did very, very well. So let's go over real quickly some of your goals that you had. So, Jado, you wanted to get to know more about Gru.
I feel like the other way happened.
I think Gru really. Yeah. Do you feel like you made progress towards that? You worked on it, or maybe not so much this time around?
No, not so much this time around.
Okay. And I guess in the future,
I was very dismissive of Gru. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's okay though. That's how it works, and you'll learn how to
get
make
it.
goals.
Remember, I get it.
You know, Gru, you got your sample. You didn't learn something from it yet. You haven't had a chance to, but you did get your sample, so we're going to give you a working on.
I mean, I learned that. Would that not be like that? What I learned from it is it gives me faster reaction time. So that doesn't count.
Oh, well, that was for the flower. That was something different. This is for a sample of the blight. Yeah. So you definitely worked on it, which gives you 50 XP times your level, which you're level 1, so you get 50 XP for that. Dumos, do you feel like you worked on finding how you fit in?
I honestly I did. So I felt in even that first, well, the interaction that we had, I think as a character I'm going to struggle regardless of trying to connect with people just being a Sith pureblood. I'm going to have that struggle. But even in the first encounter, you know, jumping at the low Ren, you know, that sacrificial, you know, whether it's the Juggernaut or Guardian, you know, class coming out, you know, like it's, you jump out to be in front to protect those around you. And then there at the end, you know, it's like, okay, he's starting to figure out there's something more going on. And there's a lot of internal turmoil, confusion, questions, and, you know, who knows what gets answered and figured out.
Absolutely.
I almost feel like there's more questions now than he began with.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna get to know myself. Well, maybe I really don't know myself at all.
It's like watching Attack on Titan, and you
Yeah.
watch the whole
Oh,
first
there you go.
season,
Except
and you have
everybody's
10
gonna
times
die.
more.
Everybody's gonna die. There's no hope. Everybody's gonna die.
It
So I
sounds
definitely-
like we'll be okay for the first 3 or 4, but then after that, we're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die. There you go. Attack on Titan summed up.
So definitely take 50 XP for that, Dumos, for working on it. We won't say that goal's complete. It's a little bit of a harder goal,
Right.
and over, longer reaching. So you get 50 XP for that. You all get 325 XP for defeating the Lorenz pack with barely anyone getting hurt.
I don't know where that goes.
There is an XP section up on your character sheet. If you look up top, and on the very top right, you click the little cog.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yep, you'll get to add in your experience points. So 325 for Jado, 375 each for Dumos and Gru, which puts you all at level 2. So congratulations.
Not letting, wait a minute.
Did
Why
you say
can I
50 and then
not-
250?
325 and 50, so a total of 375
375.
for you and Gru. Yeah, and Jado stays with a 325.
It's not letting me add those experience points. Like nothing's up. There we go. Finally, it clicked.
I think the block is right above it.
Yep,
Yeah,
and it
mhm.
wasn't.
So you all leveled up. Congratulations, you're level 2.
Ding.
Woohoo!
So something we need to talk about. Are we going to level? Thank you, Dave. Do you want to level on stream, or you want to have it done? Because I know some people like to see that progression, like in the pre-show. Or do you want to have it
Yeah, we
taken
can do-
care of? So you
do
could
some
definitely be
pre-show.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do some pre-show stuff.
Do it live.
To go back and forth. If we do that, I'd rather start a little earlier if we can,
Sure.
Yeah.
because I don't want to lose time.
Yeah. So you can definitely be looking over your level 2 stats for all your different characters and be thinking about what you want, so you know. And then we'll roll your hit points and all that kind of stuff live. I personally like to see that when I'm watching a D&D show.
Sure.
So, cool. Well done, everyone. And like I said, thanks again, everyone, for watching. This was awesome. I cannot
this was great.
wait to go further. I hope you guys in the cast had fun.
Yes.
Yeah, this was fun.
Me too, Wolf.
Stayed awake to watch this. Was there an execution of Order 66?
I have
Not yet, but we'll see, Legend. We'll see, dude.
I have a 7:30 stream tomorrow.
All right, let's do some shout outs, shall we? Jado, Mr. Monkey DKS, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you stream, and where we can find you?
Yeah, so twitch.tv/monkeydks, and I am a family-friendly streamer here. And there's like a 90-ish% chance, maybe more, that during tomorrow's stream I'm going to become an affiliate. So
Nice.
I may have a button party tomorrow morning. I stream at 5, 6, 7, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern, 12:30 GMT,
There you go.
till about 10, so about 2.5 hours. So if
Very
anybody wants
nice.
to come hang out tomorrow, it could be an interesting day.
Awesome.
Okay.
I will be there to smash that button, good sir. Congratulations. Let's keep going. Let's keep the same circle. Ms. Fit, why don't you tell us a little bit about your streams and where we can find you?
I am Misfit, and over here with 2 T's in Misfit at what is the what is it .tv for this one?
TV. Yeah.
Irate. I'm like, is it com
We're all new to Twitch.
.org
It's okay.
dot
It's on the screen.
.com .org dot
Senpai has noticed me.
Hi, Legends. I know that's what you're looking for. Sorry, bud. We was talking. I am also a variety streamer. I do have a little bit of a potty mouth, but
But your filter is fantastic.
oh wait, yes, I see what you did there. Thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah, you did amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
I love the
Thank you.
character. All right. Anything else you want to add?
I think that's it.
Okay. And last but
That's
not
it.
least, our buddy Gore Funyun. Tell us a little about yourself and where we can find you.
Hey, you can find me here on the Twitch with the name Gorfunian, and yeah, family friendly streamer. Have fun playing community games and open lobbies and Minecraft, Paladins, Fortnite. after waiting for so long to play that game, I finally tried, and I was like, "Dang it, this game is actually fun."
Dang it, it's fun.
Dang it.
I've been there too, buddy. I feel you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's usually. Oh geez, I don't even know what time it's been. I feel like I was gone for a week, and I feel like it's been a month.
Yeah.
A lot's happened in a week.
Yeah, dude. So like,
It's been
Right?
a long time.
yeah, I try to get on by 1 o'clock Eastern in the afternoon, Eastern PM, and then till about 4 or 5.
I've described it as it's been a long month this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys are just joining, or you don't know who we are, you're coming in here from Twitch. We were all Mixer streamers, some of us partners, all of us, serious. I would say pretty stinking serious streamers, working our way towards partnership, if not partner. And we've all recently been transplanted over here to Twitch, and the welcome has been unbelievably warm. So we want to thank you guys so much. Yeah, please show some love as Jado and Dumos and Gru all try to grow their audiences again on a brand new platform.
And this crouton guy, don't forget about him.
Right? Don't forget about Crouton.
Him, not so much. The other guys, yes. But thank you guys so much for playing. That was incredible. If you missed part of the show, it will be up on VOD, however long it takes to process, a couple hours from now. And then I'm probably going to be uploading these on my YouTube channel.
Excellent. Good. I was going to ask that.
Yeah, for people who miss them. So I'll load it pretty much uncut straight up onto YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube and seeing this, you can join the action live, twitch.tv/HeyIt'sCrouton, every Monday starting at 7 p.m. We may adjust that time a little earlier to do some like DM rolls and leveling up type stuff each week. But there you go. That's it. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Nah, thanks for doing it.
Thank you guys
That's it. Thank
so
you,
much
everybody.
for hanging out. I'm going to put on the intro screen. I'll find one of our pals to go drop the love off with. Thank you guys for hanging out.
What's our hashtag?
I heard they don't really do that on Twitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I have to ask around, but I heard it was frowned upon to spam.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I think only mods are allowed to spam in anybody's chat.
Oh, is that what?
too.
Yeah, because slow chat
Yeah.
normally goes along. I got you. Okay, well, I go. Does anyone have any suggestions for anyone you want to raid, or I do
Gosh,
have someone in
a lot of
mind if you don't.
Who do I have?
I'm looking
don't-
down the lower numbers
Right?
here.
I'm doing the same, and I don't know that I've got Chaos on Assassin's Creed. He's cool.
Yeah. Meika's playing Mario Kart.
Okay, whichever one you guys want. Tell me the name, and I'll do the /raid.
I don't have a strong opinion.
Okay, let's go.
Are there any former partners that need a push?
Ooh, No Good Gamer. He's family friendly, and he would actually be a really good one. It's NOGUD GAMERLIVE.
I love finding new family friends.
LIVE live. Go gamer.
I just typed it. Yep, I just typed it in chat for you.
Let me scroll down here and see it. Where'd it go? Okay, I think I got it. NOGUD GAMERLIVE. No Good Gamer Life. Got it. All right, guys, we're gonna go raid them. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.